How's everybody doing? Yes, that disclaimer was put there for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the roundtable session. Today is Saturday, October 24th, 2020. We're gonna do something special for you guys. This here at the roundtable is called the hot topics. Hot topics are topics that people um, put on social media, things that they really want to talk about, and they ask for people to give them answers to it. Well, we have a panel put together where this panel is going to try their best to answer a lot of the questions out there. And if you have any questions as you're watching this live broadcast that you want answered, put it in the comment section. We'll try our best to get to your comment. Put your comment on your comment up on the screen, and we'll tackle it. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
You are now tuned into Urban Voice Media.
Hey guys, welcome back to the roundtable session. What we're going to do this evening is called covering the hot topics that people put on social media, the topics they want the answers to that rarely ever get answered. So for the guys that's putting topics up, the ladies that's putting topics up, we're going to try our best to answer some of your topics that you have placed on social media. Also, as you're watching this, feel free to place a comment up in reference to something you have a question about that you'd like to ask me. And my right-hand man is coming up. His name is Larry. We call him Larry. Larry Hill Jr. is coming up. Larry, how's it going, brother? All right, control room. Where's Larry at?
I'm doing
There we go. All right. Brother, you ready for the session tonight, man? Control room, what's going on? I know there's a storm crossing this evening. Hopefully that's not causing too much of a disruption for us. But we're going to try to get Larry back up. I'm going to go back and say it again. But there we go. We got Larry popping back in. But while he's actually popping back in, I'm going to cover this up right here. We would like for everyone to follow us, like us, share us. If you are following, liking us, and sharing us, and you'd like to help patronize the Urban Voice Media platform, you can go to paypal.me/Urban Voice Media. All right, we got Larry Hill back up. Larry, I'm just going over some of the things people can do to help sponsor what Urban Voice Media is doing here. Are you back with me, Larry? All right. I'm ready,
here.
Baby. I'm ready. Let's jump into this. You ready to cover some of these hot topics that people got placed out there today?
All right.
Control room. Roll with it. Let's see what we got coming up.
Let's get it covered.
What's the pettiest thing you have ever done? Really? People want to know that. We grown folks. We don't do petty stuff. We don't do petty stuff.
Ain't got no time.
Think about that. Nah, we don't do petty stuff. Let's go to another topic.
Yeah, I don't even know how to answer that.
When you see a couple together, who do you speak to first? A man, woman, or both? All right, we can roll with that one. Because you got some people out there that might go back to the petty part. Because some people are petty to where you should have spoke to me first versus that person. So my thing is this right here. It shouldn't matter who I speak to as long as I speak to you too. How you feel about that, Larry?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that doesn't matter.
I mean, communication, man, that's the most important with my lady now. I mean, respect, she knows who I'm with. She knows me as a person, then I should be able to be polite and speak if it ain't nothing, no hidden agendas, anything like that. What I mean? But as far as being...
What if a guy speak to your lady first and have like maybe a 30, 45-second conversation before he really speaks to you? Does that hurt you any?
It depends on how it's done. You know what I'm saying? It really depends on how it's done. I mean, if he respects me first, acknowledge me first. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, how you doing? I'm boom bam, and if they engage me into the conversation, then I ain't really no problem. But if they like breaking off to the side, you know, because any kind of way you've been through a lot in a relationship, you can pick up on a lot of body language. So I mean, it's going way. I mean,
I feel you on that.
If I got to be side guessing who it is that I'm with, then I shouldn't really have to be with.
Right. I mean, I feel you on that. Cause my thing is, you know, if it's somebody that, you know, like one of her homeboys from back in the days, and he hadn't seen her in a while, she hadn't seen him in a while, and he just excited to see her, and you know, that don't bother me, because at the end of the day, she going home with me. I know my lady. I can trust my lady. If I can't trust her, then it's a different story. You know what I'm saying? But I'm with you. If he don't speak to me and she don't bring me up into the conversation, hey, this is my man, my husband, my whatever. Yeah, me and her got an issue. Not me and him, but me and her. Because he is who he is.
I just had an accident almost pertaining to that same thing. You know, was a dude attention that he was watching her tail, you know, her ass, and then I could have did one or two things. I could have barked and be like, no, what the fuck you looking at? And took it to a whole different level. Instead, I said, like, yo, man, that ass look good, don't it? I said, why you want to torture yourself looking at something that you can't have? Because that ass that you looking at, you're going to look at it watching out the door with me, get in the car with me, and go home with me. So I think he felt just as bad as me, and it don't bother me, because I don't think there's no man that wants a woman that no other man is going to look at. If our woman is bad and she's attractive, I expect her to be looked at. It's a way you can compliment her. You can compliment my woman in front of me if you do it respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm like you, bro. That goes home with me, so I ain't gonna lose my mind.
Right. And you know what? I piggyback on what you just said. If I'm with a lady and no man's looking at her, I got to question whether or not I made to make a right choice. Not just for the looks, but, you know, really?
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
That's the question I have to ask myself. Now, she got to be the most beautiful lady, and I don't want everybody just hawking all over it, but yet and still, I would want to, you know, some men to look at my lady and say, wow, she's beautiful, you know, and we keep on moving. But I've been in situations where I've had male friends that come up to me while I was with my lady, and me and the male friends are talking, and she got a problem. So, you know, that thing can work both ways, to where, you know, she's not really all into the conversation. But still, you know, you got jealousy going on so many different levels, man. Let's go to another topic, y'all.
Well, you know, my lady's the type when okay.
Really? Who's come up with these damn questions? Hamburger, steak, or barbecue chicken? Are people really wanting to know this shit on social media? I mean, damn, are you not old enough, grown enough to where you can figure out what the hell you want to eat? Boy. Larry, I'm taking a damn break on this.
All right. Okay.
Things men say that make women angry. Hell, we say just about everything to make women
say to make them angry.
I mean, what don't we say that make a woman angry?
Pretty much.
You know. Let's see. Let's think of one.
Sometimes you say things and don't even really mean to make no woman.
Oh man, things I say to make a lady angry. Number one, I didn't think you wanted me to. I'm trying to think of the best one. Like, I didn't think you wanted me to. Those are the things. Oh, I didn't think you wanted me to wait on you. Let's go to another. Let's go to another, man. Let's
That depends. Yeah, that is. Women say men take forever to get their shit together, and women don't. I mean, this is the type of shit that's the type of shit that be pissing me off, man. See, statements like this make it look like men, like we just, like none of us ain't got our shit together. Like all men is fucked, like it ain't no fucked up women out here. This is the shit that's pissing me off. What about the women that ain't getting their shit together? You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I mean? It was a woman speaking on some stuff like that today about baby daddy. I said, well, look, you know, you got some men out here that's trying to be fathers that a woman is stopping from being fathers. So don't make it like every man out here ain't doing what the fuck they supposed to be doing, man. Well, when women get their shit together, that women, they're trying to make it look like we the only ones that's dirty in this world or something. That one there got me hot.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Maybe it's where the lady is finding her man. You find a gutter man, you got a gutter man. I'm just sorry. Ain't my fault. You found that man who was a good man. You knew he was a gutter man when you first found him. But what was it about that gutter man that you like that you now want to change to a better man? I mean, that's your fault. That's who you is. He told you from day one, and you knew from day one that you had this shit together. Now, Renee comes back on the question that we had just had. Renee Ford, she came on the question we just had. It's the way you say it. I mean, is there a perfect way for us to say it? I mean, I go over this one all the time. We never say it right, Renee. Come on now. Don't play with me, sugar. We never say it right to y'all. Never. Especially when you're mad. Hey, come on now, Renee. Get better than that. Thank you for the question,
well,
sugar.
You know, Renee, women master the art. They master the art of body language without even men understanding. They develop the art. You know what I'm saying? It's how you say it. I agree with it though. It's how you say it. But how many people out here really say what they live and live what they say?
I mean, and we say the same thing to our ladies. You know, you didn't have to say that to me that way. I mean, that goes both ways on how you say it. But yet and still, at the end of the day, men never say the right thing when that lady is hot. And I'm not talking about panty hot. I mean hot, cranium hot. Never. Let's see what else we got. You're damn right. Should women go to prison for falsely accusing a man of rape? Yeah.
Absolutely.
We would go to prison.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Why should a woman?
That's no hesitation.
What makes the difference? I mean, my thing on it is right here. The stipulation of how long, that would be the real question. How long should a woman go to prison for falsely accusing a man of rape? Because my thing is, look at how long that man had to sit in prison. Now, if he sat in prison for 5 years, then your ass need to go to prison for 5 years. See what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that would be my thing. How long? Now, if he was on there for a split second, then my thing is put her in there for a split second and find her. Let her know, because some women might like going to prison for several different reasons. Hello. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So my thing is find her, put her in there for the exact same time or maybe double the time. 10 years, if he did 5, nah. But if he only did a year, double her time. Give her 2 years in a fine.
Well, she's gonna, karma. I don't know how much the viewers believe in karma, but you know what I'm saying, you reap what you sow. You know, you talking to a person that's been there and done that, but you reap what you sow. I agree with you. Anything that's brought forth that she brings forth toward the man, Austin, I think she really needs to suffer for the same way so she can feel. And that'll be an inspiration to those that's out there actually that's doing that. It's men that's actually incarcerated behind another woman's fear of not being looked at a certain kind of way. So what they're going to do is they're going to falsely accuse the man to keep themselves looking clean while the man can get dirty. But you know, we all know the God don't like ugly, right?
Exactly. Ace
All
100
right.
on that. Check this one out right here, Larry. Gianna Ramsor wants to know, what's one thing you miss from your past, one thing you wish you could have changed? For the fact, this one right here, let me go on this one first, Larry. This young lady right here is very special to me. She's very special, and she knows why.
Okay.
One thing I missed from my past is my father and my daughters. One thing that I wish I could change is the split up with me and my daughter's mother. Therefore, that the connection wouldn't have, you know, got a little chalky. You know what I'm saying? That way, you know, it would have been still a happy family, even though the family can't be in the same household anymore. That would be the one thing I would change, Gianna. What about you, Larry?
Oh man, bro, I'm you know, I really can't seem to. There's nothing about my past that I missed other than everything that I've ever went through, good or bad. I really appreciate, because it's an eye-opening lesson of today of not going back through what I went through in the past. So I keep some of the stuff that I went through in the past. The change is everyday living. For one, tomorrow ain't promised, so I can't tell you what tomorrow gonna bring, but I can tell you what this very second I can do. You know what I mean? So if I changed, I can tell I would like to change. But every day is a change for me, man. So I'm just thanking God for giving me life. But everything in my past, I just keep in the memory of what not to do in my future. You know, because I got a son now, so it ain't about me no more. It's about him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
right. And you know what? I'm gonna piggyback off of what you just said. You know, I did an interview several weeks back with a gentleman from Omaha, Nebraska. And one thing that he had stated in that interview was in his book. He advised that he had everything he's doing right now, he's doing for his children. And the legacy he's leaving that legacy for his children. The legacy isn't for him, because once he's gone, he's gone. But he has to make sure his legacy is great for his children, because they got to keep living on past him.
Absolutely.
So I concur with what you said, man, in reference to your son.
Salute. Thank you.
Check this out right here, man. The control room is really bugging with me today. What do you feel about 50 Cent supporting Trump? I'll let you get that one, Larry.
Oh, please let me do. First of all, let me take you back to the history. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one hustler going to respect another hustler. You know what I'm saying? Out the gate. You know what I mean? But 50 Cent, you know what I mean? He ain't even the real 50 Cent. You know, you know what I mean? The real 50 Cent is R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? From Albany, so you can expect another imitator to support another imitator. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Big ups to the brother. I ain't taking nothing from him. I ain't hating on him or nothing like that. But you know what I mean? 50 Cent, you know, what do I feel about 50 Cent supporting Trump? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Really about that. What I do know is, again, that goes back to, you know what I mean? 50 Cent ain't really who he is. Everything is a hustling flow, you know what I'm saying? And it's all about the bread. It ain't about the it's all about the bread, you know what I mean? So it ain't really nothing too special. I got to step off that, bro. What you think, LB? You get it right, LB. Clean that up for me.
He's a man. He's entitled to support and follow whoever he wants. Who am I to say 50 can't support Trump? That's his choice. Right. He's not the only black man that's supporting that idiot. I mean, you know, come on. That's all black men and black women who support that dude. Absolutely. And when I say idiot, I don't mean it in disrespect to the guy. He's proven over and over how much of an idiot he is. And an idiot is someone who does do and say dumb and stupid things. He's covered that. He has the wet t-shirt for that one. But as far as 50 Cent, man, he can follow whoever. He can like whoever. He can do business with whoever. Who am I to judge who that man does business with? I didn't judge him before, so why should I judge him now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
mean,
feel a
come
little
on, man.
bad. I feel
You can't.
I
My
feel a
thing is,
little
either
bad
you
now.
ride with 50 or you don't.
Right.
That's the same thing with Cube. You know what I'm saying? Cube lost me when he made the barbershop and he was talking about Rosa Parks and them. Bruh, I know you want to do a comedy. You did that with the Fridays. But do you have to make comedy or think that it's funny to talk shit about Rosa Parks? I mean, the struggle that woman went through, all the heartache she went through, all the pain she went through in her days, just so that you can have a platform you got. Now, Cube can partner up with Trump. I don't care. That's his thing. I mean, you know, my judgment ain't gonna stop Cube. But as far as me contributing anything to Cube, nah, he lost me then. He didn't lose me while he's trying to work with Trump. Nah, I'm good.
And I'm gonna tell you where they lose me at. A lot of these artists lose me, and I mean, I just want to just try to, if I could be all right to change it briefly. A lot of these artists lost me, man, because they forget where they come from. See, a lot of people don't understand. You can be the greatest rapper in the world. If you got nobody loving hip hop, then that's all you are as a rapper. You can be the greatest cook in the world and open up one of the most exclusive restaurants in the world. But if ain't nobody got no appetite, then you just got a restaurant. Everybody needs somebody. It takes people to build people. And what a lot of these celebrities and these famous people that got famous is failing to realize is it's the people, it's the fans, it's them being consistent and, you know, taking time out of their checks and their money and their hard work and earns and they hustle to pay for these tickets. And a lot of them forget where they come from. But I'm with you. He can support who he want. But at the same time, man, I would rather come see you. If I would rather be on a broadcast with you than on a broadcast with Tyler Perry or someone like that, because you got to go through too many channels. You're more down to earth. You're the brother that's going to open up the door and let a brother or sister and all coaches of every age to feel free to speak their mind. Whereas these celebrity individuals that claim they came from where we came from, now you got to put your name on this list. Talk to this person, holler at that person before you even get. But these are the same people that came from where we came from. How was you homeless like me, but don't understand where a homeless person now is trying to connect to you for? So I just ain't, you know, you brother, I love what you're doing, man. And I'm with this 100% because you're opening up a door, man, for all these people that's out here now dying of stress, catching heart attacks. Pressure is going up because they're keeping so much dirt in, keeping so many secrets in, feeling this way about a person and don't want to express it because they're too ashamed of what the person is going to feel about them. But people like me and you stay young looking. We stay spirit free because we don't have no problem letting a person know what we feel like, because what you think about how we feel don't matter. The truth is, let's get it out. Somebody shooting something at
$100,000. What would be the first thing you do?
Don't tell nobody. Keep it a secret. Put it up deep and still act like I'm broke.
Exactly, because number one, $100,000 is not a lot of money. It won't carry you for so far. I know people who can blow $100,000 in a day, in a week. I'm right along with you on that one, Larry. You know, $100,000, I would just not tell nobody. Put it in the bank and use it wisely. Because it's not a lot to really float with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, I'll pay off this, I'll pay off that. I would keep going as normal. I would act as if my life hasn't changed. Because once you start, you know, paying this off and paying that off, are you conditioning yourself to where, you know what, now that I get my other checks come in, I know what to do with them? No, what you're used to doing is spending money. Because what did you do with that $100,000? You just spent it.
You just spent it. Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So I would be with you. I would put it in the bank, or leave it in the bank, and gradually do things with it. Don't know what I would do with it, but I would gradually. Meaning, it won't be today, won't be tomorrow, won't be next week, might not even be next month. But I would gradually do something with it when it comes to playing.
But don't get me wrong, bro.
That's one of the biggest problems we have in our community is when we get money in our pocket, we are so lucrative to spend it. We're ready to burn it, ready to let it go. If we would just start saving, quit trying to go to every movie, quit trying to go to every restaurant, quit trying to go and get every Nike tennis shoe. Jordan fine, Nike is fine. You know what I'm saying? Sit your happy ass down and put that money back. What you get?
Well, to be honest with you, man, the only reason why I can say those words right now, man, because knowledge is gained by actual experiences, man. I was that knucklehead, man, that had that bread, man, that walked in the store and felt good about buying whatever I want because this white man thought I couldn't afford it, or I want to go in here and buy this because this chick or because of that chick, because I did that. I blew that. The only reason why I can talk like that now because I had the bread and I blew the bread. So now that I get the bread, I take it easy, man. I spend it a dime now. I'm the type now that I can live off $100,000 because now the way I'm living now is one day at a time, thanking God for the little bit that he's given me. I had to go through some things to be able to speak these words that I'm speaking right now. You know what I'm saying? This isn't nothing that's automatic. I went through it, man. I was that knucklehead that we talking about. I was him too. That's why it's so easy to talk about it. Because I was him, you know, I was that dude that was out here taking my bread and I was a big trick. That's, if you can't narrowly know I was a trick. You know, I was a trick. If there's any dude out there to say he ain't never spent no bread on no chick, he's a liar. If you just took out dinner, you did.
Now so check this out right here. Check this out. That New York outfit you got on, it was fresh. The first day you wore it. It was popping. It was hot. Everybody was like, yo, L, man, I like that. I like that. That's nice. All right. Next week, you can't wear it again because it ain't fresh no more. Now look at all the money you done spent in that gear. It ain't even fresh after the first time you used it. The next time someone see it, the same people see it, they ain't going to tell you it's fresh no more. So why you going to spend all that damn money to get one damn compliment, 1 week, 1 day? Come on, man. See, people, that's the problem we got that we got to correct with ourselves. Quit trying to pertain to others. Quit it.
Yeah, I'm laughing because I spent like $1,700 on an outfit, but I wore that outfit all weekend long. I just wore it in different cities. I wore it Friday. I wore it Friday in Raleigh. Then I wore it again Saturday in Charlotte. Then I put it back on again and wore it in Connecticut.
Yeah, you got plenty of compliments. But don't carry your ass back because they don't see that damn outfit. You just gonna get looked at like that. Outfit on he got that $1,600 outfit on again. You know he dirty and stanky.
Hold up, L. You ain't supposed to hit me with a 2-piece like that.
That is real serious. We spend so much money, man, and
you're right.
Helping other people's empires grow, and that's why we stay on the lowest on the totem pole, because we want to appease others. We got to stop that. We have to stop it. Larry, if you wore the same, like, if on the next hot topics you come up and you got the same outfit on, it wouldn't bother me none. It'll still look just as fly as the first. Why? Because my mentality doesn't change. Number one, and number two, I see you're not spending your money to look cute for others. This T-shirt right here.
So if you see me wear the same,
this T-shirt right here, same one I've been wearing. When the podcast is over, I take it off and hang it up. I only put it on 15, 20 minutes before the podcast. That's it. This hat, it goes nowhere. Podcast only. See, I'm not going to be buying a whole bunch of T-shirts, even though I would like for the viewers to buy these Urban Voice Media T-shirts. I'm not going to keep buying a lot to appease nobody. It still look clean. It smell clean. Matter of fact, it is clean.
Absolutely.
Check this one out right here. Check this one out. Check this out, man. Check this out. What is one thing you would do to help others while helping yourself? Oh my goodness. What a question. What a question. I'm gonna leave that on the screen for a second.
Okay.
What is one thing you would do to help others while helping yourself?
Man.
One thing I would do is education. I would help my brothers and sisters be more knowledgeable as I'm gathering more and more knowledge on whatever aspect I see they're lacking and hurting in. Because I feel no matter how old you get, you will always learn. Go back to Mr. Trump. Right now, for the last 4 years, he's learned, how much of an ass he's made of himself and his family. You see what I'm saying? He's learned that position that he's in, it ain't what he thought it was. He might have thought it was a playhouse, but when he got there, he realized, And I guarantee you, at the end of the day, he can. He may not say it live because of his ego. He can acknowledge that he learned a lot, and that position ain't as easy as a lot of people may think it is.
Right. That's something. Yeah. That goes back to, again, knowledge is gained by actual experiences. When he first entered presidency, and I'm, me being, hood and street, how everybody titled me to be, that don't even bother me no more. But even though I'm careful of what I say, you know what I'm saying? Because it seems like the smarter you get, the dangerous you get. So sometimes you have to be somewhat kind of ignorant, because if you become too smart, you mysteriously get assassinated or something, man. That's like even going to fill out a job application. You can't put all your credentials on there, because the dude that's interviewing you might be a little bit too smarter than him. He might automatically become intimidated, and ironically, you don't get the job just because you got more degrees than him. You become a threat. You know what I mean? So, what I would do to help, I would try to constantly be an example, man. You know what I mean? Especially for the young. To me, it ain't about Black Lives Matter. It ain't about White Lives Matter. It's about Young Lives Matter. You understand? Because, they the ones that are going to rather keep it going. You know what I mean? So I like to just be an example. You know what I mean? And that's going to better me, because every day that I thank God to better me, I wake up worrying about me. I don't wake up worrying about what he going to do or what she going to do. But I'm going to worry about what I'm going to do and hope that it inspires somebody to do just as good.
Right. One time I worked for an attorney in Charlotte, and in the interview process, the lady asked me, she says, how far do you want to go in this company? I said, I want to have your job. And she looked at me real funny. I got the job. I didn't get her job.
That's a powerful answer, though.
Yeah. Because my thing is, I want to go as far as I can. I'm not gonna get ground level. For what? Either you're going to give it to me or you're not. And if you're not grown enough to handle the question you ask me, because I'm like Bernie Mac, I ain't no punk. You ask me the question, I'm going to give you the real answer. I want your job. You making that money that I want what you got.
That's the kind of person you want on the team, though. Somebody that want what I got. That means you're going to be just as hungry as I am. You're going to do the things. That means you're going to pay attention. Those are the kind of students I want. I want the students that want the job I got to make the money I want. That means you're going to go just as hard as me. You're going to go through it. That means you're going to pay attention. If you want what I got, that means you're going to sit your ass down and take these notes. Because if you already got it figured out, then you don't need me. So I want you to want what I got. Yep.
On what you just said, that right there, it made me that was the last position I had in Charlotte, and at that attorney's office, I learned so much, man, about business, and I learned so much about how to treat employees, because they weren't fair and balanced with treating employees there, which was okay, but it taught me a lot about how to treat people, and also it taught me how to be a boss. So when I do get my own, I know how to be that boss.
Can I ask you something right quick while you said boss? Has there ever been, because this is hard for me, but have you ever been in a position to have to be nice to a person that don't deserve to be nice to? How did you handle that? Being nice to people that you didn't really deserve. This priest don't deserve your niceness, but you still had to be nice anyway.
I worked at Coca-Cola in Charlotte, and the manager that was over me was a good old boy. And every time they would have like Fridays lunches, and after lunch you go home. You can go home or you can work. I stayed at the facility and worked. That's how I handled him. And I watched everything he did. He was doing his wife's, printing up flyers for his wife at work and leaving some of them on the copy machine. I would get them just for a quote, just in case I needed them. And I did. And I carried it to HR when I felt like he was, violating me in certain ways, such as, just pettiness, as the first question came out about being petty. So did I have to be nice to him? Yes, I did. Did I care for him? No. For far too many reasons. Because number one, he was a good old boy, and he was showing his colors of how he had control and he can do what he thought he could do.
Okay.
But sometimes you got to bite the apple, Larry. You have to, man, on some things. You just have to.
It's understood. So hard sometimes. Some people make that apple hard, man.
Yeah. Some of them be wooden apples. I mean, you might not want to bite that mug with your teeth. You might want to take a sledgehammer with it. But hey, you have to just hold it back, man. Put your teeth in an apple and just
I got you, man.
And a lot of times it's not for the fact that you're trying to kiss somebody's butt or you're afraid that you might lose something. It could be just respect for you and who you are. Meaning, I'm on a higher level. I don't even have to put myself down on the little step she's on.
Oh man.
And check this out, right? This is, I think Renee just answered your question.
You can kill people with kindness. Yeah, you can. I have, but it's been hard. That's why I said it's hard. You know what I'm saying? But when these are the same people that you're around consistently, how much must this go on? How much you got to continue on being something that you're not, just to continue on being nice to a person that you feel don't deserve it? How long does it last? Is there a stopping point to that?
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. It gets to the point where now you're just being foolish, because you can't keep letting the person, just run. Just like that manager, I had to carry him to HR. I took all I could take from him, but I had to build my case. So when I went to HR, it was gonna get handled. But yeah, most definitely, yeah, that's a stopping point. And I don't say, you need to go months, years on with a person acting foolish. I'm like, give them 3 strikes. That third strike, you out.
Yeah, well, you know what they say? They say shame. What's that? When you shame me the first time, shame on me. But if you shame me the second time, shame on me. I feel like if you shame me the first time, shame on me. If you shame me the second time, shame on me. And if you shame me the third time, shame on me.
Exactly.
And if I shame you the 4th time, it's a damn shame that I continuously let you do this to me. Damn shame.
We just did. Miss Ross says, does everyone have a talent?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Some people have a talent of being a fool. You have a president, Ms. Ross. That's his talent, of being a silly, immature fool. And I think he don't want to use his talent in the right area. He needs to be on stage telling jokes, because most comedians are liars. Some of the best liars on the planet. Think about it. They got to make something up.
Yep.
Most comedians are liars. So yeah, that dude right there, he's a liar. And he's a good comedian. He has great talent. But yes, I feel like everyone has a talent. What they really should do is just stop trying to mimic and be like somebody else. Just be who you are, and your talent will be shown.
Yeah.
This platform right here, I never wanted to do the social media, doing the podcast. I was telling one of the pro guys this other day, I didn't know what a podcast was 2 years ago, and now look what we're doing. So is this a hidden talent that I had? I don't know yet. A lot of people tell me they like what I'm doing. I don't feel that I'm there yet.
Well, you know, they say talent is something that's unknown. You know, that's something that's pretty much the same as a gift. You know, what you're doing when you're doing stuff that you love without any conscience, that's part of your talent. See, a lot of people don't get their talent because they be distracted by so many different things around them. They don't dig into themselves. Like, I didn't know I can cut hair. I didn't know I can do hair. I cut hair and do hair. I didn't know I can draw. I didn't know I can do other things with my life other than what I thought I was limited to do. And the only reason why I was limited is because of the people that was around me that told me that this is far as you can go. So I just stopped listening to people, and I started digging into my own talent and started discovering things. I just hated that I waited till I got this old to start realizing, man, I wish I could have figured this out back then. What? Cereal and milk, or milk and cereal? What the?
Or milk than cereal.
What the? You know, can I just say it simply? I always put the cereal first. You know, I don't know, is it something different when you put the milk first or something? Because if you put the milk, man, you gotta wait. If you put the milk first, the cereal gonna be floating all on the top. You gotta wait for it to sink to the bottom. So you pretty much got milk at the bottom with just cereal still elevating to the top. But if you just fill that bowl of cereal, that milk goes through all through the cereal. I mean, I can't believe I'm on here talking about.
You know what? I think Miss Ross wanted us to laugh. Thank you, Miss Ross. Thank you.
Well, it worked, Miss Ross. You got me, man. You got us. It sure did. You got me. Because I wouldn't have expected that question at all.
I mean, I'm with you. You put the milk in and you put the cereal on top of it. Now, you might have cereal all on the countertop, man. And now you're mad and pissed off. What you gonna do? Just eat the cereal off the counter now? Because how do you know how much milk to put in for? Who does that?
Probably somebody just bored. Either somebody that's bored, or somebody just like a whole lot of soggy cereal, because that's what you're gonna wait. That's what you're gonna have by the time that cereal gets to it's gonna be soggy, man. Don't nobody eat cornflakes when it's soggy. I like to eat it when it's crunchy. As soon as it gets soggy, it ain't no more good.
Yeah. All right. Ms. Scott says, put your doing and use your talent now. Exactly. I mean, because
no time to wait.
You said it earlier. You're not guaranteed tomorrow, so you can't get the talent from the cast.
Absolutely.
Now, even though I don't know if you've been following this, Larry, these people that's having these elaborate funerals where the people are chilling with PlayStations in their hands, watching TV, all dressed up, looking fly, jiggity and everything. I'm like, what is this about?
I didn't know if that was really real or not. I've been catching that, but I didn't know if that was really real or somebody just put that together for media hype. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said earlier, right now, this day and age, people do have to do dumb things or make themselves stupid or act out of character, become famous. The only ones they ain't being paid attention to is the people that's really wanting to push a message out here to get something done. Like you said, a lot of comedians, they tell lies, but a lot of them tell the truth. And some of them tell the truth. The truth they tell is on their own family. They got to clown their family to get on top. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I applaud you, man. You're doing something awesome, man. And all the people that's coming through, man, I applaud them too, man. For real.
On that note right there, man, viewers, if you have a question and you want to bring your question to the round table personally, all you have to do is email me or email Jesse James, and we will send you the link of how to get in. I mean, tonight, right now, you can get in. I'm going to do a couple more questions. Then we're going to take a commercial break. This one is from Miss Sherlania Brown. What motivates you to reach your goal?
LB, you the boss, man. I'm gonna let you rock that one first. I'll pick it back off you.
You know what motivates me? It goes back to the question of helping others. That's what motivates me. If I can help another person do better today, then I feel like I did something. Just like with you, when I met you, and me and you started talking and everything, and I was telling the guys in the control room, I said I'm vibing with him. I really like. I like his tone. I like a lot of things that he has said. He's a lot like me, but he's different.
Absolutely.
He's the guy that glad that I have now to the right side. So my thing is, you're my motivation to help you. As you say that you see me on a platform right now, I want to see you there on that platform. So maybe one day on Hot Topics, I'm doing something where Larry can come in all by himself.
Oh man.
That right there will motivate me. That you can do what, like you saying earlier, you can do what I'm doing without any hesitation, without any thought. You like, yo, L can't make it. Yeah, I'm in. So that's what motivates me. You as the person motivates me.
Oh man. Bro, don't have me on, bro. Look, ain't nobody never saw me teary-eyed before, man. I ain't got no time to be on here.
You still can't see your teary-eyed. Can't nobody see your eyes?
I think it's the smoke, man. You done made it ain't got cloudy up in here for some reason. I can't see, man. So forgive me, man, if I'm rubbing my eyes. It got smoke in here.
It's all good though. You know, Larry, it's all good because you know it's nothing wrong with brothers crying, man. It's nothing wrong with brothers saying I love you. There's nothing wrong with brothers saying I'm there for you. There's nothing wrong with brothers saying, look, I got you. There's nothing wrong with brothers saying, let me help you. Let me be there for you. There's nothing wrong with that, man. And we need more brothers stepping up and telling the brothers, yo, Larry, Hill, Jr., I love you, brother. And not just to be saying it, say it because you really, really care for that dude. And even if you don't care for the character that he is, still let him know you love him. You love him to the point where you will hope that that character in him that you don't like will change. Because sometimes by telling that brother over and over, even though that brother's messing up, by telling him how much you care for him and love him, that might be what he needed to help him change.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. I feel like, man, I'm in my own personal service right now. Word up, man. You got me ready to just start shouting. Yo, man. Yo, you like, man, yo.
Oh, man. I tell you what. On that note right there,
hey, look,
we're going to go to a commercial break. And after the commercial break, we're going to come back with something special for the viewers. All right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to a commercial, man.
Man, this dude is awesome, yo. He is awesome, man.
All right, we're back. Once again, viewers, if you have a question that you'd like for us to cover, put it in the comments, or you can also contact me or Jesse James, and we'll see the link of how you can come on and bring your question to the round table, the hot topics at the round table. Today, what we're doing, we're just covering different topics that people have placed in social media. And they've been asking for the answers to those questions. And what me and Larry is doing is answering some of those questions. We may not have the answers that really triggers for you, but we're trying our best to answer a lot of the questions that so many people just keep putting on social media and saying, hey, can somebody help me? And I'll be honest, there's been a lot of ladies that's been asking questions. And I wish the guys would get more involved with, asking questions, because there's a lot of things that we would like to know as well that, we keep to ourselves and we don't open up and let others know how we're feeling. So guys, I mean, from this man and Larry as a man to you, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to open up and let others know how you feeling. Let us know some of the questions and concerns that you got. That's what the other brother's there for. That's what the other sister is there for. No matter what they look like, that's what they're there for. So, well, Larry, we're gonna jump back into another questions. Let's see what we got going up. It says, "I'm feeling you, Larry. LB is killing it tonight. You can hear and see."
I told you.
I had a good grandmother.
I
had a good grandmother. She was fabulous, and her name is still to this day standing strong. Mrs. Let me correct that. Mrs. Odessa Baxter Thompson. That's who she was. That's who raised me, Miss Sonora Thompson Scott, STS.
Salute to the queen. Salute to the queen.
Yeah. You know what? Somebody had put in the question field. I was concerned about this one. Miss Brown, I'd like you to answer out with this question. You said tides and buy me a car. Confused on that one. Tides.
Yeah.
Well, if we tied, then there ain't no money left to buy you a car. From when my mother was getting tides, from what she said, now this is what my mother said. That was the last she had. So ain't no more money after tide. Can't nobody buy you no car, Miss Brown. I'm sorry. You better get that car before the tides go in. I can tell you that. You might want to rearrange that question, sugar.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna mess with that at all. You're gonna have to elaborate a little bit more.
How can you tell black women they are worth more than sex?
This day and age, you can't tell a black woman nothing. You gotta show it to them.
That's the only way.
Talk is cheap.
That's
just from my point of view, LB. I know you get ready to kill it.
When people tell me they love me, that means nothing to me. Your actions speak way louder, and that's a cliche than your words. And there ain't no other way around it, Larry. There ain't no other way around it, man.
Absolutely.
Kick in on it.
Absolutely.
Kick in on it. I ain't gonna let this one drop. Go ahead.
I mean, how can you tell? I'm just going to speak on a situation like right now. I'm in a relationship now where there's really not no sex involved. It's more just us trying to get to know one another as a person. And even as human beings, we get into our moods, but being strong, like bro said, it ain't no too much elaborating right now at this day and age, man. People just words ain't really hitting on Jack. The action is what's talking. Show me something. You know what I'm saying? Show me you worthy. Some women ain't even, some women that you tell, like if you get on Facebook, all you see is what? Women filtering themselves and putting on some skimpy outfits, man, and then want respect when you see them in person. I got a woman that was a friend of mine that was a Facebook friend of mine and was mad at me because I couldn't recognize her. I said, how you expect me to recognize you when you filtered on all your pictures? So I see you. So if you posting nothing but booty pictures, how can you respect a man to respect you for your mind when he see you in person? Start speaking on some stuff. Let us hear what you talk about some wisdom. What's your wisdom? What's your plans? It's more to life than pulling your drawers in your ass and watching your booty clap. That ain't getting no bills paid. I mean, it looks good. I'm a man and all that, but after the sensation is gone, reality strikes. The ass clap looked good momentarily.
And you know what? As you get older, and you can concur with me on this one, Larry. As you get older, it ain't all about sex no more. I mean, in our 20s and 30s, I mean, you know, you would never think, you know, as I get older, I'm gonna still be that stud guy. Nah, man, things just change. Your body says different things. So at different time periods, you know, as a man, you're looking for something totally different. Like now, what I'm looking for in a lady is she got to be my best friend. So if she's my best friend, and therefore the sex is even greater because you are there for me. Every time I turn around, I got a question. You're there to help me answer those questions. Every time I have a need or a want, you're there for me. Not some other lady. You are. So therefore, your worth to me is based on how you treat me, how you look at me, how you value me. So if you value me worth 100, then I'm going to value you worth 100. But I mean, support is the number one thing when it comes to a man looking at a woman's worth. If that woman support that man, if he's a man, then your worth is going to be far beyond what any other man could ever give you. If he's a man.
But bro, what if he's a man and he is doing what he do, but then turn around and she wasn't the woman that she was supposed to be? You know, there's been chicks out. There's been some chicks out here that I know as hoes that I tried to turn into housewives that didn't work out too good, bro. Just being real with you. I tried everything. Got a crib, boom, bam, show hospitality, been a gentleman, open the door. Sometimes that's corny. Right now, if you tell a woman, hey, look, let's just go to the park and roll out the blanket, man, and make some sandwiches and play the radio and just watch the stars and talk. That's corny to these chicks nowadays. Mm-hmm. That's corny.
And you know, Larry, if he's a good man and she's not supporting him, her worth is not 100. I'm sorry. She got work to do to get to 100. So it's not his fault that her worth to him is only 50%. And that now.
So do we give up on her? Do we give up on her?
Do we give up on her?
Yeah.
That's a hard. You can't say yes, you can't say no. Because you got to define what it is that he and she is dealing with. It could be something small that, you know, she just need to correct. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest with you. Some people, not just saying men or women, some people have never experienced other things. Some people have never been out of the state they lived in. Some people have never been out of the city they lived in, other than like the next over city. You see what I'm saying? So some people have never experienced things that others have. So it may take them a while to catch on, to learn. That's why I go back to this learning thing. It's something my dad always told me when I was dating. He told me, and it took me a minute to understand what he was saying. Johnny L. Thompson, rest my father's soul. He said, son, thank you, brother. He said, be easy on him. I never knew what that meant. It took me several years to understand what my dad was saying to me. And what he was saying is, she don't know and haven't experienced what you had. So it's going to take her a while to learn it. And she can't learn it as quick as you did. So therefore, to answer your question, Larry, maybe she's going to take some time to get to the level that you want. And you can't rush her.
Right.
And we all have that problem. We want to rush. We want them to get there now. Sometimes we got to pump our brakes. I got to do it still to this day. I got to pump my brakes. Like, whoa, buddy, you got to be patient. That's the key. That a lot of us don't want to. That's the role a lot of us don't want to accept. It's patience.
Patience.
Everyone has to accept at some point in time.
All right, bro. Here I go again, man. I got to give you the standing over. I got, man. But bro, you is LB. You ain't playing tonight, man. What? Let me. What? Hold that glass up, man. Let me see what you got, man. You ain't playing tonight, man.
That's Malibu, coconut rum, and Coca-Cola. But
man, you ain't playing.
Your love is not corny. Your love is who you are. Your love is nowhere near corny. It's just that maybe the man that if you feel that your love is corny, maybe the love that to match the guy to match your love, maybe his love has to be corny like yours, if that's the way you see it. But by no means, I would never classify your love to anybody else's love as being corny. That's just who you are. The way you love is the way you love.
Well, is it true that sometimes nowadays a woman will go for that man with the nice car, the nice hair, and the nice eyes, and would turn back a man that works hard?
That goes
don't look so attractive. What about that?
We got to have the flashes, and that's not with no color. All men and all women do it. Go to Beverly Hills. Go to the Boulevard and see what you see. All colors doing it. The women, they looking at skimpy and flashy to get in that nice car. To get in that nice car. But I tell you what, we got a guest coming in. His name is Flo Nice. I'm gonna go to this question right here. If we bring Flo Nice in, control guys, if y'all can bring Flo Nice in, there we go. Flo Nice, how's it going, brother?
Man, what's going on, man?
You been sitting back? You been following up?
Yeah, I've been listening in, bro.
Check this out right here. The young lady, she want to know what's your favorite old school R&B song?
Man, my favorite one, the dude that made it don't know nobody like no more, man. R. Kelly. So I ain't even gonna say mine.
Well, you like the hell what anybody else like? As long as you like him, and it's good for you. The hell with anybody else.
Yeah, man. He kind of he remind me of my G.
They still like him too.
I already know. The same way they secretly loving Trump, man. I already know, man. But my joint is she remind me of my Jeep.
I mean, how far back you talking about, man? How far back you talking?
That's up to you. She said old school R&B. What of us old school to you?
See, I like the 90s, man. I like the 90s, old school 90s. I gotta go with like Jagged Edge, man. Let's see, what's that? Damn, what's the name of that song? I can't think of it. Man, I can't. All the Jagged Edge, man. That's all I got to say, man. It's all the Jagged Edge,
You know what? I can go back a little further than that. But if you went into the 90s, and I would say Silk.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Little G, man. Well, you know what? The reason why I say Silk, because all of those brothers had a part in the songs. There was really not one person who was the lead in all of the songs. All of them had something to say in the songs. That's one reason why I like it.
I feel you.
Even though everybody knew Little G was the man. Everybody knew
that ain't but one song. That ain't but one song they made that I ever heard that I liked, and that's that lay down, tell me what's on your mind. That lay down and tell me what's on your mind. That's the only one I ever heard.
Bruh,
but you right though, bro.
You gotta bump that meeting in the bedroom. What you talking about, bro?
You
meeting in the
bedroom. Control, meeting in the bedroom. Got a meeting in the bedroom. Come on now.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
See that?
Yeah, I heard that too. Okay, yeah. Thank you, man.
Meeting in the bedroom.
I heard that.
But you know what?
There's a meeting. That's one
reason why Flo Nice, I say I can go a little further back. With me being a DJ back in those days, when the music was changing, I really wasn't too receptive to it because people in the clubs generally thought dancing and started hanging onto the walls. And for a DJ, the way I got pumped up is you on that floor dancing.
You got to get on the floor.
It took years later for me to get up to the 90s singers. You know what I'm saying? I was more into the dance music singers back in the 80s and the earlier 90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
But still,
I mean,
that would be my.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Around about that age, you know what I'm saying? That era, you know, your who was it? With Mary J. Blige, your boys Jodeci. You feel me? Them boys, you know.
I can
Yeah.
take y'all back even further than that. New Edition, Candy Girl, Is It Rain? See now, that's how ain't nobody respond to none of that.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't go back further enough. You didn't go back further
We talking
enough.
about 70s. We taking my late 70s, early
Say in
70s.
the 80s. Say in the 80s, but what about some Saturday Night Love? Since it is Saturday. And you know who sung that, right?
Who you
Come
talking
on,
about?
guys.
Hold it.
Come on.
Wait a
guys.
minute.
A man
Sunday,
and a woman.
Monday, Tuesday. Hold up. Is you talking about
Yep.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Yep. K.O.
I can't think of a damn name.
His name is
man.
Her name was
It wasn't Sheila. She was
almost
Sunday,
like for
Monday,
real, but her
Tuesday.
name was something else.
Sunday,
say
Monday,
it again now.
His
Sunday,
initial was
Monday,
C.O.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Her
Thursday,
name started with a C. It's identical to Pharrell, but hers started with a C. Pharrell and Alexander O'Neal.
Okay.
Man.
I couldn't
And the
never name
producers of and the guys that produced that song was Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, the same guys who produced New Edition.
a
That
word.
album, the Heartbreak album. Yeah.
Yeah.
The same guys who did Janet Jackson's Control album. Not Control, but they did Control, but they also did the Rhythm Nation album.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They also did Time. They was also with Prince when Prince first started out.
A word.
But you know what, though, man? What Rap and Johnny is doing, man, I think it would bless those boys, man, if they would. Because Johnny really, really shined when he got with New Edition. And when he got with New Edition, he got with them at the right time because they was with the right producers.
Yeah.
And I feel if Ralph and Johnny, since they're doing their own solo thing, would go back to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, man. Woo!
Well, this might be really. I'm thinking that when Johnny joined the New Edition, because Ralph, he was like the lead singer. So when Johnny Gill came in with that, changed the game up, kind of took his stage a little bit. I kind of think I'm thinking he might have got in his feelings a little bit, and that kind of broke them all. That's what kind of rattled the cage. But when they was New Edition, before the Johnny Gill, it was never no beef. You got a lot of feet. Okay, so what I gotta do? Hey, LB, I just got a message telling that I got a lot of feedback. What do I need to do? Am my phone too loud? Am I too loud?
Turn your volume down just a little bit.
I see Miss Brown right here talking about some Luther, Babyface, and Brian McKnight. Hey, them some heavy hitters.
Luther. How can I forget about Luther, man? My apologies, man. My apologies. How can we forget about Luther, man?
Yeah. And Brian McKnight, man. I ain't even gonna say what I used to do with on Brian McKnight on the dang on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say.
This way, if I turn my volume down, I can't hear y'all.
I'll turn it back up a little bit. It ain't too bad. I mean, it's rattling, but it ain't too bad. That way you can hear us. Let me ask you, Flow Nice. I'm gonna go back up on a question. Let's see. Maybe you can help out with this one, Flo.
Why won't T.I. and Busta?
What?
What was that?
Have you been watching?
She's been watching it.
Oh, you talking about those little versus things?
Yeah, actually, Busta Rhymes dropped something on the media calling T.I. out, letting them know why he ain't showed up and this and that. They supposed to have been going into battle on who got the best verses, old school, taking it from whatever they made from the very first hit. So that's pretty much what's going on right now. to me, they both legends. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to be honest and truthful, in their own era, in their own, you know, T.I.'s king of his era, and you know, of course, Busta Rhymes East Coast all day. You know what I'm saying? So I can't take nothing from neither one of them, really.
Hey, man.
But I'm gonna have to go with Busta Bust because I'm Brooklyn. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
man.
So you know what's going.
My whole thing though is two different styles, man. It's two different styles. So I'm gonna go with T.I., man. That's me. I go with T.I. I rep T. He, I ain't taking nothing from Buster. I'm just gonna go with T.I., man. I mean,
Is there some music playing in the background of somebody?
I think, man, that's
Hold on.
I don't know.
Just they need to turn the music down a little bit. But you know what? I agree with you, Flow Nice. They're two different eras, but T.I. put stipulations out there that Busta can only provide music from 2001 forward, because that's when T.I. came out.
Right.
My thing is, because what you're doing now, T.I., is covering your whole history. You ain't allowing Busta to cover his history. But
right.
you're covering how many songs you covering hits. So it ain't Busta's fault if he got 4 hits than your ass.
Indeed.
Jump on that damn hits. That's what I say.
Okay. See, I didn't know nothing.
I don't mean nothing in reference to, you know, putting you down, T.I., but I'm just saying, you can't start crying. There's stipulation. There ain't no stipulation. That's you starting when your career starting with his career, or just say, look, let's get 10 hits of each. Put your 10 to my 10, no matter when they came out, and let's see how that match. Now we're playing with something. But see, you acting like a little boy. That's why I say punk. You acting like a little boy when you say, I get to use everything I got, but you can only use, Busta, a portion of what you got. So what you're saying is, we run a relay race, you get halfway down the damn field. Well, I got to start all the way down there lonesome with the damn tree line. Really? You play too much. Don't act like you're gonna talk about the South. You can't handle the North, boy. Can't nobody in the South handle the North. Shut the fuck.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Fuck
Stop
that.
right there.
I'll bust you on everything. Put an artist up. I'll bust you with.
Stop right there. You said can't no artist from the South handle the North. That's what you saying.
I said there's no artist in the South can fuck with the artist in the North.
Okay, hold on. Stop right there. Stop right there. I'll give you Andre 3000.
Where's his metaphors? Hell, easy. Now what?
Who?
What? The
You
teacher.
said KRS-One.
KRS-One. Now what?
Man, come on, man.
Oh, fuck that, man. Check this out right here. I'll give you another one. Check this one out right
Go
here.
ahead. Who?
Pick a booger.
Pick a who?
Pick a booger. So you ain't know the damn song. Biz Markie, Picking Boogers.
Man, Biz Markie, come on, bro.
Here's Andre down.
Look,
And
Picking Boogers, B.
Jay
trash yet.
Ball and MJG. Hell,
Maybe somebody
damn Biz Markie.
Hey, yo,
Biz Markie.
hey, yo, Flo. Hey, Flo.
Pick somebody else. Pick somebody else. I done got you 3 already. Pick somebody else.
Oh, hey, look, I'll
Okay.
give you Scarface.
LB.
Go ahead.
Hey, can I step in right quick? I say something right quick.
Yeah, cause he done.
Hey,
He
Flo.
done.
Yeah.
Now check this out. You mentioned KRS-One, right? So right here on online live right now, what I'm gonna do? All right, respect the KRS-One. That's one of my. I'm gonna recite something of his, and you recite something of T.I.'s, and let's see the viewers and see which ones think it's the deepest. KRS said, Pepsi, a choice of a new generation. Fired from work, termination, equality, something special about an object or person. Can you rock a party without rehearsing? All right, your turn.
Why you?
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Hold up. Why you put T.I. with KRS-One, bro?
Go with your boy, Andre.
Right, Flo. I feel you. I feel you. That's no
Why
comparison.
you ain't say somebody like
Go Andre.
like
Stop
Andre?
the chatter. Do Andre then. You cried out, Andre. Give Andre.
Look, he said something like this here. He said, "I'm colder than the polar bear's toenail." Oh, hey, there we go again, talking that. Come on, bruh. This bro on some other shit. Come on, man.
Okay. All right.
Come
so
on.
how about this right here? So you're a philosopher? Yes.
Huh?
Yes. KRS-One is just, I mean, I ain't like LB said, man, we ain't taking nothing from anyone. But when it comes to dropping, you talking about 360 degrees, Wu-Tang, Eric B and Rakim. I'm talking about, Paid in Full. You know what I'm saying? Why is none of these young artists is talking about some of these old artists that had actually opened up doors to get them through? Now what you got now is pretty much just get up, set up, get it, go up, set up, go up, hit it, go up, hit it. Ain't nobody making no sense.
I feel you on that. I feel you. I can feel you. And it's a different special case.
Special case. Woo!
Look,
Do you even know who that is?
Bro.
Do you even know who that is?
All for it.
Rock with me. All right. Chub Rock. I can keep going, dog. Remember, I'm a DJ.
1990s, Chuck Rock steps upon the scene. Yo, LB roll right now. Flo, not the Flo.
I'll give you this right here. Flo Nice, I'll give you this. Rappers of today and in the South have made more money than rappers up north back in the 80s and 90s. The reason why?
Absolutely.
And anything you start out, you got to start out slow and you're going to make less money. They paved the way so the guys today can make all of their making. But as far as skill, man, it's hands down. T.I., like I was telling my control guys about that. T.I. did that to make some noise. Because he sees that there's nothing going on right now in rap, man. T.I.'s brilliant. He's brilliant. He knew what he was doing. He knows good and well that he did not handle the North. He know it.
He's definitely business oriented. But I'm gonna tell you what T.I. lost me at. T.I. lost me when he got caught. I had mad respect for T.I. But when he got caught with the little guns and dope, man, and did the little Road to Redemption joint, man, just that for one to escape prison. I feel like if that's what you was rhyming about, you should have went on ahead and did that. Don't go to the streets, man, and make believe you there for the kids just so your ass won't go to jail. That's where he lost me at. Now, if he got caught, you got caught, nigga. So what? Wear it. You know what I'm saying? Wear it. You got caught. But to come up with a gimmick like Road to Redemption and get out here in these neighborhoods and act as though, not saying I don't know if he was acting or not, but I do know it was for a reason. And the only reason for is to get those charges off. Now, if you would have been out here and loving these kids and doing stuff for the community because it was in your heart to do it, then he would have still had my respect. But he lost my respect when he caught the charges and they had to come up with something fast to get those charges off because he was looking at 10 years. So, all right, can I do something good in the community for the kids and knock the 9 years off? Come on, man. Now, that's corny.
Hey, but
Larry, I don't want to take T.I.'s defense because I really don't know the full length of the story, but I'll say this right here. Even though things that he's doing is not in the limelight, does not mean he's not doing it. Because a lot of us, man, we could be doing good, but do they really want to tell the good that we're doing? Now, what I will do is blame T.I. for not boasting about the good that he's doing if he is doing good for the children still. So it's his responsibility because he know that the media ain't going to do it. Urban Voice media do it. We'll do it for you, T.I. But the other media, they're not going to do it. So I would fault T.I. if he is doing something to clarify to brothers like you who question, hey, what are you doing for the children? Or was it a gimmick?
Well,
okay.
Look, here's my thing. If you were down in Atlanta, you would know what T.I. is doing. The man don't have to show or tell anything he's doing. His work speaks for itself. You know, just like we don't go to your job, right, and see what the hell you doing. We don't go to your job and see what the hell you doing. Your work speak for yourself in your community, at your job, and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's point blank.
But Flow Nice, Larry's entitled to his opinion on where he said he lost him. He didn't put T.I. down. He just said he just lost him because he hasn't heard what T.I.'s doing for the children. That's why I say it's T.I. responsibility. If he don't want to lose a lot of his followers, it's his responsibility.
I can feel you. I feel
Everybody
you.
can't drive to Atlanta just to see what the fuck T.I. doing. I'm sorry. Shit. T.I. got more money that he can put out there. These are some of the shits he's doing, and he can do it on all the platforms that he's on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't take anything from T.I. Respect to the man. He's in a hell of a lot better position than I am. I can tell you that right now. I can't say jack bad about him as far as being a genius and being on the level he is. If it was any kind of way, I was as much. I wish I knew some of the stuff that he knew. You know what I'm saying? But like bro said earlier, LB said earlier, North and South is different. Even me being a Brooklyn, New York cat, I got the wrong concept. See, when North Carolina came to Brooklyn and was telling me about North Carolina, I thought North Carolina dudes was slow, like slow. But I got the wrong concept. When I got down here, slow meant not slow in head. Slow meant y'all more thinkers. Y'all plan things. Y'all draw out the blueprints. New York, we carry out the act and suffer it out later on. You know, man, maybe we should have done that. But when I got down here to North Carolina, to the north, I getting with my North Carolina cats. Yo, I'm telling you, they once taught me how to sit down, put stuff on paper, think it out, route it out. And these are the consequences that you're going to get if you put it out. You understand? But when I was when I was straight thinking as a Brooklyn cat, we just carrying out the act and suffer the consequences later on. So I want to apologize to North Carolinians, all my North Carolinian cats, you know what I'm saying? I want to apologize because at one time, I had the wrong concept, but I learned a lot being down here in North Carolina, a lot. And one thing I learned is,
that goes back to what I was saying earlier. You know, sometimes, even though you know something, going back to the lady situation, you may know it and she don't. So therefore, you can't rush. Just like couldn't nobody rush you to learn that North Carolina is really no different from New York. I mean, you know, shit. It's faster. New York is. That's it. But as far as what New York got, North Carolina got. You guys make it quicker, but yet still. You know, everybody got it nowadays, man. Everybody. You can go back at a time like the 60s and 70s, things was a lot different. But now, man, everybody got what everybody got. But guys, we're gonna change this subject and jump to another topic.
I think North Carolina
popping off.
Okay.
The control room go sleep on us. Is it okay for a man with a girlfriend or wife heart another woman's picture?
Now that's one of those petty things again. If I looked at my wife's Facebook picture and she had 100 hearts, what I'm gonna do? Be mad?
Man. Yeah, I don't get into that, man, because it could be the woman could be your damn cousin or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It could be a family member. I don't get into that.
That's not that right there. That ain't no need. I get mad if she ain't got no hearts. What? My woman done took a picture and nobody loved it? And I'd have got mad if it wasn't no hearts.
You know what, guys? I had a situation where just one certain guy was liking my lady's page. He was loving it. He put comments like, that's my OG. He put that on it and everything. But whenever she posts pictures of me and her, he never said a motherfucking word. And I sat back and I watched. He didn't say nothing. I sat back and watched. And finally, you know, she would put more, you know, selfies up and everything, and he just loving it, and that's my OG, loving it, that's my OG. And finally, I told him, I said, dog, I'm gonna tell you something. She's not your OG no more. I don't know if OG means your old girl, or what? But dude, pump the brakes. And he respected me. And from that day forward, he never did it again. So sometimes it could be motherfuckers trying you.
Right.
Well,
I go back to what I said.
Of
It just depends on the situation, man. It just depends on what type of people it is, depend on what's going on. You feel me? So it's that's a broad statement.
You got to be careful with this media. A lot of people are using these emojis. What's the best movie you like? A lot of people using these emojis and the expressions, man, to deliver secret messages on these pages. You gotta sometimes be able to be keen enough to catch it or be into it. A lot of people don't do Facebook because they can't take what goes on Facebook. You can talk about an issue on Facebook and 100 people will get upset because that issue might link into them same 100 people because we all going through the same thing and don't even know one another.
And Larry, that go back to something you said earlier. You asked, how long should you let it go on? And until it becomes a pet peeve to you, until it's bugging you. You know what I'm saying? If it's one time it bugs you, 2 times it bugs you, 3 times, until it gets to a point where now it's bugging you, then you got to bust that bubble.
Yeah, I agree.
What is the best movie you like and why?
Training Day.
Why?
Because I love the way Denzel, man, he just played that part. I love the way the hood opened up the door for Hollywood to go in there and be Hollywood. It was deep. Only because I watch a lot of documentaries and I look behind the scenes a lot. But that's my favorite movie, Training Day. And how he collabed with the street to make the movie and came together as one.
What about you, Flo Nice?
Man, I'm gonna say Life, man. I'm gonna say Life.
That was a good
And
movie.
the reason why I say it because it's a classic. And for two, it helped me go get through a lot of stuff when I was in the military, man. It helped me get over the humps, man. Helped me laugh and stuff like that when things wasn't laughable situations. You feel me?
Right.
That's what I say.
I would say mine is Let's Do It Again, Uptown Saturday Night, Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby. Man, you talking about a comedy, serious, education, all in one.
Yeah.
And I, if anything, that's something I would love to have seen Cube do. It's something, with that, where there's you can grab some education behind it. The comedy is there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The seriousness is there. The funniness is there. The sadness is there. I would love to see Cube to migrate into doing something maybe like that.
I mean, but you gotta remember, man, this generation ain't gonna go back to morals, man. We getting away from morals, man, and movies and
people will do what you asked them to do.
Bro, we not getting back to
People are asked to vote. They're asked to vote. Some people never vote, and they're doing it because they're asked.
But,
if you show a person how to act, they will do it.
I understand, but here's the thing, though, bro. How many of those educational movies you have out now? How many of those war movies you have out now? We're not going back to that, man. That's just the reality.
Why come? What goes around come around. Every damn body, everybody in music is something from the past.
Bro, hey, look at society, bro. When you gonna see what is that movie? Look at the old stuff we grew up on. Leave It to Beaver. Growing Pains, The Facts of Life, Family Matters, all that stuff. You're not gonna get those type of shows anymore.
And this right here goes with, a lot of me and Larry spoke something similar to this when me and him sat down and politic with one another. People will not change unless someone helped them change. You had to change, like you said, using the military. Before you got to the military, you had to change who you were once you got there. Mm-hmm. Your whole mindset was totally different before you went to the military. But once you got there, you had to learn something totally different. Mm-hmm. Now, you said what we can't do.
I ain't said we can't.
You said we
I
won't.
never
Or
I said it's not gonna go there because
to. And as
society.
long as you keep that, mindset, it won't happen. Guess what? To you, it won't. And to a lot of people who keep that mindset that you have, it will never. That's why there need to be more people who are optimistic to say, hey, it can change. Remember, Barack said that.
And it ain't changed.
It has changed.
What changed?
What changed? The way people go out and vote now. That number one, that changed.
All right. Are we still in the same condition we in today? Yes.
Nope. And I'll show you why.
Man, we still in the same position we were got out of slavery.
No, we're not. Because guess what we're talking about now? Heavily. We're talking more about reparations. We're talking more now about helping people out. Why? Because of that change that happened then. Before that, people was not strong on reparations. Hello.
Okay.
Now,
Let me ask you
keep it to you real, brother. I'm keeping it to you real.
how we got reparations since we got out of slavery.
No, it's something called a process.
All right. Thank you.
As a baby can't eat steak. A baby got to eat food. A baby got to work his way up. Why we keep rushing? Why do we need to rush to us?
But check this out, bro. As long as they can make money off of us being in the condition that we're in, you think they're gonna give us reparations? You think that they're gonna change the situation that we're in? No,
it ain't
man.
about nobody giving us nothing. It's about us taking what deserves for us.
How we gonna take it, bro? How we gonna take it?
It takes by number one, unification and changing our mindsets of what won't happen. That's number one. Number one is to change our mindsets on what won't happen. Number two is working together. Number three, building forces to where all forces coming together like they did in the 60s and even before Inherent Toughness Day, coming together saying, hey, we can make this change because this is what I'm going to show you wrong. Now, you don't stump me on something. Now, you said it won't change.
No.
All right. There was a lot of slaves who said the same thing. They ain't living no more to see the change. It took a lot of years. But did it change, Flow Nice?
Politicians changed it.
Please just answer my question. Did it change? I didn't say who changed it.
Ain't nothing changed, bro. Only thing that changed is that we're not in physical change. That's it.
Are you getting beat by a slave master?
We don't have to get beat now when we can go to jail straight from high school.
Oh, those are other things. Those are other things. I'm just asking you specifics. Yes or no? That's all I'm asking. Yes or no questions.
No, we're not getting beat by.
Are you getting raped by a slave master? Now I mean rape, he's putting it in you. Are you doing it?
We're not in no plantation civil society anymore.
You just answered the question and change happened then.
Yeah, we went from one change, right? We changed from being plantation, right? Until now, we're not in physical bondage, but we're in mental bondage. We still oppressed. We still own 2% of America.
Now my question on that is, whose fault is it that now to this day? Because remember what you just said. You just spoke oppression when you said what we won't do or can't do or won't happen.
Yeah, I'm speaking reality, bro.
Who is making you spit those words and feel that feeling? Who's making you do that?
Nobody but what I'm seeing, bro.
You're doing it yourself. So we can't fault nobody for what you feel and what you're doing to yourself. We can't fault nobody.
Look, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I'm telling you what is historical. That's factual, bro.
You're not seeing it here, and this is historic right here. This is history. What we're doing right now is history, and history is telling you right now, your mindset of how you're thinking or won't happen or can't happen needs to change. Your mindset. Because if you're feeling that, then you're spitting that to other people who are too weak to see that, you know what, brother, maybe you need to see something totally different because you ain't seeing what I'm seeing. There's a lot of brothers right now who are on that change. And brother, I would implore you to get on that change. Quit doubting because too many brothers doubt and don't do. They got too many D's with them.
Okay, now
get rid of the D's.
All right. Now, I never said I doubted anything. I just said, do you think that these people are going to allow anything or give us some reparation? just like what you said, we have to come together on our own, right? Right?
Right.
All right. That's the point I'm making, that they're not going to allow anything from us, right? We have to do something, right? Right?
Yeah, and that's number one, by writing up the bill of reparations. And we got several people right now that are doing it.
Brother.
Do you watch Roland Martin?
Yeah, I watched Roland Martin.
Do you watch Sean King?
No, I don't seen a couple things in him. Yeah.
Please get into it, man. We got to get involved. That's number one. Flow Nice. If I would love to have you back after you do a little bit more research on brothers who are really, really working, and you come back and you tell me that the way you felt on October 24th at 8:54, you feel the same today. I would love for you to come back and tell me that, but I don't think you will. If you really go and do some research to see that, you know what, there's brothers and sisters out there that are making change. We just have to start getting involved and stop saying what ain't there that really is there. Because there's too much out there, bro. Too much. Well, I'm answering the question another way. You said, will they give something to us? Well, we got a black president.
Okay.
Forget what they did and didn't do, but they gave us that. They didn't have to.
Right.
They could have lied. They could have played tricks. They could have did a lot of things to deny Barack. They could have.
What was the reason they did that? What was the reason they did that?
I don't know. I've never sit down and talk to any of the politicians. I can't answer that for you, bro. And I'm not going to speculate.
It's always something behind it. It's always something behind it, man.
Well, let me ask you this right here. Since you say it's always something behind it, what's behind your motive for doubting right now? Or what could happen?
What I'm doubting, I'm speaking historical. They're not gonna give us reparation. You think about this, and I did the calculations. If they gave us, they go back to what they said about 40 acres in the land. I mean 40 acres in a mule, right? This whole damn United States belong to us if that's the case.
Let me ask you this right here, Flow Nice. If I was to find out how you can get involved with a coalition that's working on reparations, would you be willing and acceptive to get involved with them?
Would I be willing to get involved with them about reparation?
Yeah, and I'll do the homework for you to get you connected.
Bro, I'm all for reparation, bro. I'm all for it, bro.
Simple yes or no.
Nah, I wouldn't get involved, man. I wouldn't.
Okay. Well, see, therefore, you can't talk on this platform about what won't happen then if you're not willing to do the work. Because what it sounds like is you want others to do the work, but you know what? I don't mind getting a piece of the pie.
Nah, see, but here's the thing. It ain't that I want others to do work, because I'm down for doing the work. But it's the right work that we have to do. You always...
What is the right work for you then? What's the right work? You ain't even gave it a chance yet. You ain't even gave it a chance. I said, if I do the homework for you, not you do no work, and I get you connected, you said no instantly. So you already done shut the door. See, we got too many brothers doing that, man. Too many. And what that says to me, and I ain't being ugly to you either, brother. It means mentally lazy. We got to change our lazy mental thought.
Listen to this dude.
You know what? If another brother is doing something, quit doubting what that brother's doing and help that brother. Help him.
Bruh.
In any kind of capacity you got. Help, man.
Bruh, you gonna sit there and label me mentally lazy, bruh? You really don't know my work, bruh. You really don't.
You just display. You gonna sit here and say what won't happen. I say if I get you connected, you said no, you don't want to be a part of it. Why are you talking about it then?
Bro, listen.
You should have nothing to say if you don't want the change and willing to help do the work for the change. Listen, you shouldn't have nothing to say.
You talking about I don't want to change, man. I'm all for my people changing.
Why you don't want to do the work then? Why you don't want to help out?
Let me talk though, bro. See, it's a difference when you're going over a cliff. When you jumping over a cliff and then going another route to get down. That's all I'm saying. There's a difference in work, the work that you have to put in, man. If you going the wrong way, is it gonna be effective? No, it's other ways of doing things. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Well, what's your way of doing it then?
We'll talk about that another time.
Okay.
We'll talk about that another time. How far have we come from since slavery? What's the position that we in?
We come a long way, brother. We come a long way. Number one,
Tell
you're
me
making money. You're making money. If you're working, you're making money.
You was making
Before
money.
slaves didn't make money. They didn't make money before. Brother, you talking to a brother who read. Do you have the book called Before the
LB.
Mayflower? Yes, sir.
Bruh, you talking to somebody that reads a lot, bruh. Do you know about Reconstruction?
Can I say something?
Chime on in, Larry.
If I can intrigue for 1 second, please.
Go ahead, bro.
Because right now, I've been quiet for a little second, and the way I'm looking at because both of y'all are my brothers, straight up and down. I had to go through a situation. You was in the military. I too was in the military, but I was in a different form. I did 20 years in the penitentiary, brother, and I was on that plantation, and I picked that cotton, a Brooklyn, New York cat, and it had to teach me change. I was ignorant and told those white folk I would not get out there on that field, but they said, if you're gonna get off this plantation, you're gonna do what we say. I actually done that. But besides all, and I did that day for day. That's 20 years, bro. I mean, I went inside the penal system 19 years old and was released at 39 years old. I don't have nobody to blame for that but myself. I set myself up for that. But right now, I'm looking at two of my brothers, two kings. LB is excellent and awesome at what he did and how he became. And Mr. Flo, you're excellent and you're a king at you. Right now, I'm a student in both y'all class trying to learn something, but right now I can't take no notes because I feel like instead of two strong minds coming together, it's not really taking heed to what the teaching is all about. If you take the T off teach, you got each. And this is what this circle is right now. See, I'm trying to learn as well as trying to, trying to deliver. I can't say anything that you haven't been through, Mr. Flo, wasn't serious, because what you went through is what you went through. So what's killing people now is saying, yo, I feel you. I can't say I feel you because I wasn't there with you. Exactly. But everybody has their own pain. I'm feeling you right now, even trying to express yourself. I'm a man from these streets, B. I come from a broken home, all that. But all that is nothing. I can't allow that to be an excuse. Conquer or try to be something now. And the first thing I had to do first, and I ain't telling you anything, I'm just telling you what I had to do, because I thought I had it all figured out, man. I can show you bullet wounds, I can show you stab wounds, bruh. I can show you obituary after obituary of all the family members I done lost the whole 20 years I've been on the yard. So I'm appreciating everything right now, even appreciating my two brothers right now, even the brother opening up a media for us to express ourselves finally, because ain't nobody giving us a chance to speak. Like even right now, my LB, he's not the one with the whip. He's not whipping you. He's merely just speaking his mind like you speaking your mind, like I'm speaking mine. But at the end of the day, y'all are both strong-minded. But it took me to be who I am to learn from two great people. And right now, I look at both of y'all as being great people. You, Flo, is a great person. You, LB, is a great person. It's something that I can tell these kids in the street that you can tell me, LB. And there's some people that's tricking me in the media right now, that LB, that you can school me with. So it's not really about being at debate with one another. It's about coming together right now on media that LB has opened up, because ain't nobody else opening up doors. Nobody.
Well, you know what, the cool thing about it, Larry, is this: if we can't speak, just like Flo Nice spoke how he felt, that's how he feels, and there's nothing wrong with how he feels. But at the same token, just because that's the way you feel, you can't say what won't happen because of the way you feel. Because now what you're taking that concept and you're teaching another person. I'll give you an example. I had a neighbor, they have biracial children. And the little girl asked me a question. She said, do you mind if I say a black man came to our house one time? Would that offend you? I looked at her real funny. And I looked at the grandmother. And I said, well, aren't you black? And she looked up at me and she said, well, sir, I didn't think of it that way. But that was how she felt. She didn't see herself as black, you know, and with her being around her white grandparents and everything. She saw herself as being white. And she's asking me how I feel. But I couldn't get mad at the fact that this is how she feels. Just like Flo Nice. I can't get mad at the fact that how he feels. But if I feel the brother is in he's mentally keeping himself trapped, as another brother, it's my job to let you know, bro, man, you got to get released. You got to be removed from that mental state that you in, because we as a people can't progress if all we're going to do is keep holding one another back behind whatever it is that put us there. On that note, glad you said what you said, Larry. Flo Nice. We're going to the next topic, brothers.
Go ahead.
Man. Flo Nice. You in the car right now.
That's out of my range, brother.
You in the car,
So
right? You in the car,
So
right?
Yeah.
You in the car, right?
Yeah.
Now, how would you feel about that apartment complex?
You already know, man. I wouldn't be down with that. That right there, that's holding back right there. That's holding people back. Stipulations. Why would you come up with a first affordable free car housing? What were you going? I don't know, man.
How you gonna get your groceries?
Huh?
How you gonna go get your groceries?
How you gonna?
Say that again.
I said, how would you get back and forth to work?
Yeah, I mean, now that one maybe would have been in Charlotte, maybe by the bus, taxi, or whatever. But yet and still, you can't even go shopping nowhere without Uber, Lyft, taxi, the rail. If you in the ways of the rail, but how you gonna get to the rail?
See, I look at that. Where is that apartment complex at? See, where is that located at? Is it even near the bus line?
And see, that's what I'm wondering, man. I'm thinking it's more towards the Concord area. When I watched the actual the footage on it, I think it's closer towards the Concord area.
And see, and with that being said, look, I stayed in Charlotte for 10 years or so, and I rode the bus line. See, the thing about the bus line is, from, let's just say, from Central to North Lake, right? That ain't number like what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, right? I had to get to the bus stop 2 hours before I had to get to where I wanted to go. You got to go to the bus stop to catch a certain bus 2 hours ahead of time, man, just to make it on time. See, yeah, that, man, that's some crazy stuff, man.
I can feel Flo on that, man, because I actually been through that myself, man. And a lot of stuff I went through because of the image that people couldn't accept. Do I gotta put a tight ass suit on, man, just to be respected? Why can't I be respected just for who I am? So I went through a lot of shit, man, you know, too. So I can kind of understand where Flo coming from, because I mean, just like him, I'm feeling it through my veins. You know, I'm a street cat, man, and I understand. One time, you know, at one time when you try to express yourself and try to do it, like I was at the straight up and down. I was at the point where I felt like when I was out here doing ignorant shit, people respected me better. Now here I am now, man. I'm trying to do the right thing, trying to do good and being nice, opening up the door now, saying yes, ma'am, and no, sir, and I'm being treated like crap. Either I'm gonna allow that to continue to hold me down and let that be, that's what it is, or I'm gonna conquer it, man. Cause you know what I'm saying, my G don't stand for gangster no more, man. My G stand for gentleman, good guy, great. You know what I'm saying? I can change it to whatever I want it to be. I don't have to be nothing a person say I'm gonna have to be. But I respect everybody's G. Know and understand that. That's how I made it to where I'm at, to where I am right now. Sometimes shutting myself and opening up my ears because I'm from New York City, so North Carolina can't be all that bad if I'm still living here, or if I still got a child here, or I got my firstborn here. So what got me through is what got me through and got me to this point is just pretty much just respecting everybody. And that's what you said earlier, LB, not judging no one, man. I can't judge nobody. I still have falls right now. Right now, I'm on here learning. My pen and my pad is out. I'm taking notes. I'm learning, LB. That's straight like that, because it's going to get me to my next level. You understand? So I respect you both. You hear me?
My thing is, if the land you purchase to build these apartments, if it's not enough land for car space, why did you? I don't get it.
See, and that's the point I'm making right there. It's always something behind it. There's always something behind it. When you dependent on your enemy, or I ain't even want to say enemy, but your oppressor to do good by you. And my point is, man, instead of us always depending on our oppressor to do good, why don't we do good by ourselves or unite as a people and start trying to depend on them?
Well, that goes back to more people need to sit down and do research on the organizations that are out there that are doing what you're saying, Flo Nice. And we have to really just get out and do some work versus asking questions or assuming the answers to some of our concerns. We really have to start getting out and doing some work to see really what's out there. And that's one thing I had in a podcast I had where I was telling the gentleman, a lot of people don't know because they don't have the access to knowing. But for the guys and the ladies that do have the access of knowing, we got to start trying. We have to stop, questioning everything and start trying. There was an instance 4 weeks ago at North Lake Mall where some ladies, and it was all ladies now, some ladies were fighting in North Lake Mall. And Flo Nice, I'm sure you remember at North Lake Mall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It seems like just keep violence going on over there. Is there something that, I know what we need to do, and that's just stop cutting up. But is there something that maybe the security, the mall can do to keep the violence from entering that mall? Because some people like me don't want to be around some people that, I got my family with me. And I don't know what's going to pop off.
Man, it ain't. Well, here's the thing. And Charlotte, what is it called? Gentrification is going on, man. They kicking all the black folks out of their areas, and you know what I'm saying, they're going in other areas. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically what's happening, man. See, you had Eastland Mall that was basically where all the stuff that was happening, the shootings and all that. I mean, they just migrated to another spot. If right there at North Lake Mall, man, you just go on down some Baby Ford Road is right there. You feel me? It's just right there. I mean, I used to stay in Huntersville and in that area, man. So, man, ain't nothing you can do, man. Eventually, that's gonna stop anyway because they're gonna start kicking all of us on the outskirts, man. Ain't no black folks gonna be in Charlotte. You know what I'm saying?
What was the name of that mall that was on Central that they closed down?
Eastland Mall.
Is that what happened to Eastland?
Yeah, Eastland. They knocked that down, man. That's gonna be like a soccer stadium or something, man.
I mean, is that the reason why they knocked it down? Because it was just too much going on out there?
Man, that was straight hood right there, man. But the thing is, you got to think about what they trying to do. That area right there is close to downtown, so they trying to beautify downtown. So when people come in, you know, all downtown area look, oh man, it's magnificent. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to get all that area so they can just build up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Guys, I'm gonna let both of y'all cover this one before I say anything on this one. Y'all can go in either order you want to, man.
You want to go ahead?
Nah, Flo, go first. I'll piggyback off you.
Man, y'all go put me on the fire. All right. Well, look. Keeping a man, it all depends on that man. And if you got a man, you know what I'm saying? Do what you supposed to do. You know, be the best woman you can do for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep a man, he gonna stay or he gonna go. You know what I'm saying? If he for you, he for you. He gonna stay. If he ain't, hey, let him go. Don't try to keep him. You know what I'm saying? You'll know that person that's gonna be for you because he ain't gonna try to take from you. You gonna build with him. You know what I mean? That's the person you need to be with, whether you really into that person like that physically, or you know what I'm saying? You need to get with somebody that match you, that you're compatible with, instead of trying to get with somebody that society say is a good man or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's my take.
The way I feel about it, man, I respect the flow's wisdom, man. You know, pretty much he said it all depends on you. Me personally, you know, I'm a chess master. I play chess. And the person that taught me how to play chess, we took the queens off the board. So if I learn how to lose a game without the queen, then when I lose my queen, that means I can still fight as a king. So I apply that with life, you know what I'm saying? So my advice to a woman is not to wake up every day worrying about what good you can do for a man to keep a man. Wake up every day and figure out what you need to do to be a better woman so that man can recognize that good in you. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm tired of pleasing women. I got to wake up. If I can't look myself in the mirror and say, would I date myself? Then I ain't got myself together. Straight like that. So just Flo said, man, it's all on you. You know what I'm saying? You got to wake up every day and be real. And that man gonna recognize. He's gonna recognize.
I have to keep going back to the best advice is to support one another. If you support that man, or you're his best friend. At the end of the day, your support is what he needs. When he's coming home from work and he's had a rough day, you supporting him in his thoughts. You lifting him up when he's down. Go back to your vows. Or if you've never been married, go back to some vows you've heard. And if you can follow those vows that you've heard or you've actually given yourself, just keep doing them every day. Support. You support that man if he's a good man. If he's not a good man, you can support him all day long, and it's going to be what it's going to be. But if you got a good man and you're supporting him, trust me, sisters, he ain't going nowhere. He has no reason to stray because he got everything he needs in you. That's the reason you with him. But if he got to go and find that better you and another lady, I can't say it's because of something you did, but it may just be the fact that what he need is not in you. And the main thing that Flo Nice need, the main thing that Larry needs, and brothers, I hope that I'm speaking on for all three of us, is a lady support. Should married couples have separate or joint bank accounts? I say both.
Why you say that, LB? You starting
something. Number one, I may want to go buy some records. Yeah, they still sell them. I may want to go buy some DJing equipment. And with the joint account, we may have that to save up for a new car or something. But if I can save money in another account to do whatever I want to do with, then that doesn't hinder the joint account, and vice versa for her. So I say there should be 3 bank accounts.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I would say I say, well, you know what I'm saying? Because every married person, every married couple ain't good together, man. So you never know what could happen. You know what I'm saying? And then if you got a partner that don't know how to manage money, they're gonna put you in the bind.
Right.
You know? So I mean, yeah, it'd be wise to have you know, both.
And if I can get a little deeper, if I can get a little deeper than that, you know, again, respect to both of y'all wisdom. But marriages now, lately, if it gets to that point, just like Flo said, it ain't really marriage. Marriage, a real marriage, is something that's really ordained by God. You know what I'm saying? Now, lately, people is getting married because, well, I got a baby by him, so let's get married and try to make it work. Well, let me marry him because he looks good and got a nice car, nice job. Let me lock him in. Well, she looks good, got a nice body, a fat ass, cute face. Let me lock her in so nobody else will. See, a lot of this day and age, people are getting married for the wrong reasons, and it gets to that point where we should start sharing accounts. See, when it's ordained by God, man, then trust and forgiveness and love and all that ordained in one. I don't care nothing about your account. You should care nothing about mine. Just know that we both eating, family's fed, we living good, and we ain't got no problem. That's how I see
I feel you, bro.
I already check marked that one. Did it 2 weeks ago. Have you guys voted?
No.
Do I got to be that honest on here right now? Right now? I don't know. Straight up, man. I don't know what to say right now. But I gotta be honest with Dookie. So I haven't yet, but it's getting close to that line. But I'm surprised that I'm able to, because at one time I thought I couldn't, because being ex-con and all that, I ain't think I had no rights. But when I dug in it and I stopped listening to folks and started going to research, I found out that I can vote too. You know what I mean? So now that if I do vote, it's because I can. But right now that I can, I don't even know who the hell to vote for. And that's messed up, B. I can finally vote and don't even know who the hell to vote for. That's just crazy.
It's all good, bro. Things will come to you smoother. You know, as time progresses for you, it'll come in smoother for you. My thing on people who are voting and people who are not voting, you're entitled to your choice. If you do vote, that was your choice. If you do not vote, that was your choice.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you feel voting matters, that's your choice. But there can't be an argument over any type of political move if you choose not to. That's my only take on that one. I don't have as far as what is your next life move, I don't have a next life move because this move, what we're doing right now with the round table, was not in planning. This is something totally different from what I wanted to do. What I set out to do before the 2020 hit, I was doing comedy shows. I was promoting comedy shows. And when COVID took over, it progressed me here. So I can't really say where I'm going to be in my next life move until things settle down with this COVID. How about you guys?
Well, with me, I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing now, which is building my business and making more businesses. And hopefully, as time go by, my businesses can employ and expand or employ more of my people in my neighborhoods or in my community and Shelby. You feel me? that's my whole plan, is to involve my whole city, man.
What is it that you're doing right now?
I'm into trucking right now, and I'm trying to get into like clothing and all this other stuff. Yeah, and of course the music thing, you know. So yeah.
What you doing with music?
I got a record label called Shelltown Fire, and right now I got two artists that's under me, Ray Real, Righteous, and Bundy 10K. So I'm really trying to push the music thing a little further for, you know, so we can grow and stuff like that.
Is the music on the platforms to where it can be purchased and heard?
Yeah, right now, yeah, I got some music on platforms, on all platforms, Spotify, Apple, Google Play, all that, you know.
Okay. Sounds good, man. Maybe next time, you know, you can come to the round table and, you know, display some of your music with some of the artists that you got. And we'll be more than happy to do an interview with you and your artists. You come back to us, man. And also advertise with us, man. We've been more than happy to put some of your artists' music on some of the podcasts that we're doing as advertisement.
Oh, ain't no problem. You already know.
Mm-hmm. Well, how you feel about what's your next move, Larry?
Well, for everybody that knows me knows I make no plans. Every time I make a plan, it don't never go according to plan. I just live. But one thing, you know, I had a lot of doors shut in my face, you know, because of this or because of that. But I want to thank Urban Voice for giving me a chance to finally be a voice. So my next move will be for every day that God see fit for me to live, to try to be something greater that can continue on impressing y'all, brothers, for me to continue to be a part of this circle. Because, you know, I would pray, you know, I can't, but one thing I can do is pray. You know what I'm saying? If I tell you what my next life move means to me personally, that means I'm stronger than the man that gave me life. So until he make a move, I can't tell you what the move is, but I can pray what the next move is and what I'm honored to be. And what I'm honored to be is alive today among y'all two brothers, hoping that and praying that this thing that Urban has opened up a door for me to help y'all get big. That's my next move. I want to stick it to one thing. I want to stick to one thing. I'm glad to be in all my life, you know, and I'm about to be 60. But all my life, all I wanted to be is a part of something. I'm consistent with it and pushing with it. So I want to thank Urban, man, for giving me an opportunity to be a voice, seeing some importance in me to be a voice. And anything I can do, I'm going to do to build us up, man, because I thank y'all for listening. I just, man, don't have me on here. You said it's okay for a man to cry. It's about to go down, B, if y'all keep playing around.
Well, we're going to keep it happy for you, bro. We're going to keep it happy. Can a relationship go back to exactly how it was before a mate cheated?
Man.
Let's hear it. Come on, Flo. What you got, baby?
Man, don't put me on the fire, bro. Don't put me on
you, baby. You want it in the house. You in the house now, man.
Look at here, man. Look at here. It just depends, man. It just really depends. How they cheated, how it went down, whatever the case is, how the person is. If that person truly remorseful for doing what they did and trying to push forward, I mean, it's a possibility. It really is true. But today's society, I don't think so. I don't know.
I agree with what you're saying. You know, it depends on, you know, how it went down and whether or not that person is remorseful for what they done. And I'll say this right here. It happened to me, and actually 3 times with the same person. It happened to me, and I forgave him. The second time it happened, we went and had counseling done. But go back to my 3-strike rule. The third time it happened, it was a done deal because you didn't try to correct yourself.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what all we went through, you didn't try to correct yourself. So I go along with what you're saying, Flo Nice. You know, depending on how it went down, man, and you know, there's stipulations in that.
Well, you know, Flo took the words right out of my mouth, man. I feel just like he, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but me personally, no, it would never go back to the same. Even right now, and I hate to put me and my baby's business on the street, but Urban Boy wants to keep it real and open the door for me to keep it real. So that's what I'm gonna do. Even right now, with my lady creeping in the night, picked up my phone, investigating, and found some stuff she wasn't supposed to find. But I told you what I before we connected. Even after that street, she'll be messed up for the rest of her life. Now, every time I'm on my phone, just because of what you found, you know what I'm saying? Now you're going to be messed up for the rest of your life. Even if I didn't change and I don't do it no more. It ain't got nothing to do with cheating and nothing like all the viewers that's listening. I don't want y'all to think I is no sorry ass nigga. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a person sets stuff up for themselves. You know, I'm a hairstylist. I'm a baller. You know what I'm saying? I got to be. Sometimes I got to talk to people. Most of my clients are women. All of the people I deal with is women. You know what I'm saying? All my friends now are women. You know what I mean? So I don't think if it was one cheating, if he wants a cheater, they say once a cheater is always a cheater. They're gonna always think that no matter how strong you try to be or how much you try to overlook it, in the back of your mind, you're gonna be like this.
Well, I got a question though. I got a question. What do they classify as cheating though, man? What's cheating? What's the classifications of cheating? I mean, some people might look at a
client today, Flo.
Huh?
Client just today, a female client asked me what makes a man cheat, right? I said, well, let me tell you something. Can you cook? She said, yeah. I said, can you tell a joke? She said, yeah. I said, when a man cry, do you cry? She said, yeah. I said, well, can you run around the block? It felt like jogging? She said, no. I said, well, maybe he found that one that would jog with him. It might not mean anything. She just might be the one that jogs with him. You know, you got a lot of men right now that got a couple of women. Like me, for past experience, I ain't gonna talk about anybody else. I'm gonna talk about when I had about 2 or 3 chicks at one time. It really wasn't because I was sexing any of them. One of them was fun to be around. Another one was good to take out because she looked good. I couldn't take the other 2 out because they ain't look that good, you know. But this one here looked good, so she was my go out. You know what I'm saying? Just don't talk because she didn't have knowledge. I mean, I know, yo, Flo, you laughing because you feeling me. You know what I'm saying? LB, yo, check it. I know I'm not labeling. I'm just speaking on. So I had to take this chick out because this is my good chick. Now, if I wanted to go ahead and get something done as far as my bills and have that paid, then I got that for that. Cause she ain't have no knowledge for that. But this chick knew how to take care of my paper. If I found one chick that know how to do all that, then don't have no reason.
Larry, you do realize this is live, right? You do realize this is live, right?
I'm sorry.
You do realize people can go and watch this at any time they choose.
Well, if I just, man, you know what? My apologies for opening up the doors for my brothers that's still out there living their life.
As long as you realize it, as long as you realize what you're doing. Hey,
listen, my lady is listening to this right now. This is right through the wall. So I'm good.
This ain't no confessions, nigga. This ain't no confessions.
Do you guys think you could go back to where the time period where there was no internet, there was no smartphones?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I grew up in that damn era.
Absolutely. Yes.
Now you know you'll be doing that shit by yourself, right? Man, could you? It say if the world, could you? You be back there by yourself.
Hey, but look, they asked, could you go back? Could you go back to that? Yeah, I could. I could solve that.
You be back there by yourself.
Well, see, now the reason why I would go back because I can relate to the fun. It wasn't really too much hate back then. You know what I'm saying? Cats didn't really care about, who you was dating or what color you wore or how to. Everybody back then it was making it. Back even the hustlers back then. You know what I'm saying? If I ran out of a product, then I got the next hustler that's gonna keep me going. Now here it is. Now you got a whole lot of stuff going. 70s, I can look at it back like it's fun, but if I had to go back there, would I go through the same things I'm going through now, or would I have the power to change it if I had? See, I just got too deep again, didn't I, LB?
No, you're
I
fine.
got too deep again.
Hey, my question is, if we going back to those times, is society going back or just us? You know what I'm saying?
Just you. The question is, do you think you could go back?
I mean, I could, shit, but I don't think I would make it in this society because I would need a cell phone. It would be tough, man. Yeah.
You know what? The cell phones have made us dumber.
Yes, it have, man. I will agree with that.
Because you think about it, Flo Nice, back in the 90s, man, you remember the phone number. You remembered a lot of phone numbers.
Hey, man, you right. I can't even remember my damn house number right now.
See what I'm saying? And you ain't the only one. I have so many people, man. And like if you say, what's your mom's, and it's a shame, Mom, I hope you ain't looking at this. What's your mother's phone number? I have to look at my phone.
Hey, man, you remember the black book?
Mm-hmm.
You remember your black book?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yep. Everybody had that. Roll it back.
I just flip through that thing.
Yep.
Oh, that go Lisa right there, man. I'm about to holler at her now.
Yep.
Hey, let me tell both of y'all something. I had the black pen that created the black book.
Oh Lord, here you go. Here you go. Remember, Larry, this is live, baby.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
What you say may incriminate yourself.
Damn, man. Shit.
You can hurt
Let me say
yourself.
something. Now you know let's just put it like this. A car battery is ran on a negative and a positive, right? Okay, let's just say I'm the negative, but it's going to take a positive and a negative to keep the car to move flow. You ain't gonna never find no battery that's positive and positive or negative. So if I'm the negative that's gonna give a positive message, then let me be the negative. I'm repping negative. You know what I'm saying? Let me be what it is, but it's gonna be a message in the day. You know what I'm saying? So if Urban is giving me an opportunity to be real, this is the opportunity I want to do. I ain't holding nothing back. I might have missed out on a whole lot of other opportunities holding stuff back, not being me. So I can be me. This is the first time I actually been on media and can smoke a cigarette. Me? You just don't know what's going down right now. I'm feeling happy. Yo, you just the little,
you said that in Busta Rhymes' voice. Hey, check this out, man.
Yeah,
if a man have a good woman, will he still cheat?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
At least one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say all women, but women will cheat if they got a good man.
Exactly.
Men will cheat if they got a good woman.
That's vice versa. Until you realize, hey, I ain't gonna get no better than this. You gonna fuck it up. You gonna start off fucking up.
All right, Larry. Even though you putting your stuff on the street, you got some ladies up in the Maryland DC district area loving you, baby. You got a fan club already.
Oh my goodness.
She said, tell them, Larry, old school, keep it real.
All day, baby. Hey, tell her I'm trying to teach these two young bucks something.
Well, hey, I think you tickled her fancy with that one.
What's up, baby? What's up, baby?
Oh man, but yeah, I agree. I think no matter who the man is, no matter who the woman is, you got some men who will cheat, and you got some women who cheat, no matter what they got at home. It just depends on what you got. And my thing is, if you're worried about will the next man cheat, then don't even date. If that's what your worry is. If you bothered by what the next woman gonna do, don't date, because all you're gonna do is make a mess out of the next relationship until you can get that together to understand everybody ain't the same.
Mm-hmm.
And you get out what you put in. If you put in going finding a man at a nightclub, you got to remember, hell, he was at a nightclub when you found him. Just because you dating him ain't gonna make him stop going to the nightclub.
Church too, that.
You met him in the liquor store. Hello, liquor store, and he had a whole bunch of liquor. You thought it was cool. He invited you to the party. Now, y'all dating. You want him to stop partying and drinking hard just because y'all dating? See, y'all play games, ladies. Men, y'all play games too. You ask these dumbass questions for shit that's what you went out looking for. Come on now. Why don't you go to Barnes and Noble and see if you can find yourself a good man or a good woman? Hello.
What about the grocery store though? What about the grocery store? What about the grocery store?
Watch what he eating.
Grocery store.
Hair store.
Grocery store.
Grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Watch what he eating.
Yeah, it really don't matter.
If he getting television, if he getting a whole bunch of television or TV dinners, you know good and damn well your ass can't cook. Y'all got problems.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
Y'all got some problems.
And it's 50. You know,
Larry. Hey.
Hell, what about the church? Hell.
God. Oh, they didn't mention church.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh,
I'm gonna sit back on this.
It's about to go on. It's about to get what about church. I would like for, if I pronounce anybody's name wrong, please forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm a school dropout. I'm learning how to teach myself now. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to laugh about the things I used to cry about, you know what I'm saying? So again, what I respect about these two soldiers right now, they ain't judging me for who I am or what I'm trying to be on this joint. They're accepting me for who I am. And this ain't no homo, man, but I love both of y'all for that, man. And thank y'all, man. For real.
Problem, bro.
For real. For real. But church, me personally, I can't stand church folks. I love Christians. It's different. Church folks just look the part. They know how to read those passages in them books, and they know how to use that Bible as a weapon. See, Bibles to me ain't a weapon; it's a roadmap. The Bible is merely a roadmap to all those that has been through it in those times, and some of us that's gone through it in our times that can relate to those times, and we taking that Bible as a roadmap to get it through our times. But lately, these people that's been taking it upon themselves to get these powerful positions, such as pastors and ministers, some of them really wasn't appointed the position. They just knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody that got them in that position. They don't really know what that position consists of. They didn't know what the power of that position was. They didn't know that preacher means if you take P off preacher, you got reacher. And if you take R off reacher, you got eacher. So God didn't give you a position to preach, to be no selfish leader, to try to get from your people. Because if I ain't understanding, and church folks will know this, if you look at the movie, I believe Jesus kicked the church doors in when they found out they was hustling his father's God home. It wasn't the street that killed Jesus. If you want to get church, let's get church. Street didn't kill Jesus. It was the religious people that did. They the one that got intimidated. If I'm not mistaken, it was a prostitute that took her hair and wiped off Jesus' feet. I might not be wording it right, and Flo and LB, please help me be my translators if I'm not wording this right. But I think Jesus was in the world. He wasn't in no building. with no 24-hour gold ceiling fans and flat screen TV everywhere. If I go to a church now and I want to give my life, I got to put my name on a list, go through 14 deacons, 17 ushers, and sit my tail in the back and wait till my time comes. Man, I need help right now. So I go to the word and I just, deal with God on a one-on-one. That's just me, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. Hold up. What you say, LB?
Oh, I ain't said that. I'm in the congregation right now.
Sometimes you can feel that what you expect. Church is supposed to be a big hospital. You to come as you are to be healed. If you're perfect walking in the building, then there's no need for you to be in the building. Church is for people that alcoholics. If you're an alcoholic, go in church, man, and take it to the altar. If you're on drugs, go in church and take it to the altar. You don't close the doors to people that need help. You don't close the doors because people stink and they can't afford deodorant and smell as glamorous as you because I didn't roll up in a Cadillac or a Mercedes Benz or this and that. I'm not accepted, or I'm not a member, or I can't put as much money in the tithe plate or the offering plate as you. So that means God ain't gonna love me? Nah, B. I feel like God respects me more because I have nothing and I still love him. If you lost everything, would you love him? Let's get church, man. Hold up, LB, man. I got the man.
You walking all over that novel.
That's because they have cold. God damn.
You stepping all on top of that novel. Keep going.
God damn. Renee said it best, man. The biggest devil.
Come in, Flo.
The biggest devil.
You sound muted a little bit, Flo.
What now?
There you go. We got you clear now. What was that you said?
I said Renee. Renee said it best, man. Some of the biggest devils are in the church, man.
Yeah. Keep walking on top of that novel.
Keep walking on top of that novel.
That novel.
Get clear. Well, the biggest devils in the church.
See, you can expect the biggest church, the devil being in churches, because if you dig back into biblical terms, I believe God gave the devil permission to test us all. That goes back to what LB said. It's still up to you. It's a choice. It goes even if you use the terms that me and you had earlier, when I said you fooled me the first time, shame on me. You fooled me the second time, shame on me. If you fooled me the third time, shame on me. If you fooled me the fourth time, then it's a damn shame on myself that I'm allowing the same person to do this to me. I can't keep pointing my fingers at you. Got me. So you can expect that to be what it is. Man, hey, look, let me tell you something. I'm live. Let's be real. Some of the freakiest chick. Look, I done got nervous because I'm live now. You told me I'm scared. Some of the freakiest chicks I met in church.
Mm-hmm.
You want to find one? Go to church, catch them what they all be.
They ain't on that choir singing for nothing. They can blow.
Yeah,
They ain't on that choir singing for nothing. They can blow.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, man. So I'm looking at it like this right here, bro. Even us that's from the street, at least we had the heart to step out of the wilderness to go into the kingdom to experience what God had to offer without judging anybody. But if you look at the whole entire picture, churches ain't no different than dope houses, man. The same way dope houses is out here in competition trying to get the most customers, churches is out here in competition trying to get the most members, B. They don't care nothing about no schools. It's about how many members you can get. I done been through, look, I've done a block where there was 4 churches on one block. And I was standing on line to get in one church, and the other church next door telling me, "You don't go to that church." Wait a minute, how about all 4 of y'all come together as one? Don't you all love the same God? So why y'all talking differently? You feel me? So how can four churches be on the same block? Why not they come together as one? Let me ask Renee that. Why can you put four churches on one block?
Go back to New Jack City. Now you see a lot of that in Greensboro. Go back to New York City, New Jack City. For the love of money, money.
Yep.
What?
Flow Nice. Earlier you asked me when I said the novel. I was talking about the Bible, and as I got older, you know, I started paying more attention to the book, and if you sit down and you look at control and deception, and as you said earlier, you know, they won't let you, they won't change it. I don't want to get too deep because I don't want a lot of people to, you know, to lose me. But I'll just say this right here. We all have descendants that we come from, right? Such as you from the Hill family, Flow Nice, you from your family. You can go back to that generation of where you come from. Every character in that novel to this date has no descendants.
That's not true.
Has no family line.
That's not true.
Can you name them?
Huh?
Can you name one person out of that book that they have a living family line?
It's some people that are in Africa that is from those tribes. I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah, it is some people
if you
from
get the
those tribes.
information to me, then I'll be more than happy to retract my statement.
Do you know anything about Sephardic Jews? Do you know anything about the Limbus? Do you know anything about the Ashanti? Do you know anything about the Bantu? Do you know anything about the Falashas? I keep going, man. This is recorded history.
Well, in reference to ratting off names, that's one thing. But what I asked is descendants of characters in that book.
Yeah.
Who can attach themselves to say, all right, you know what? I'm part of the Hills. Who today can do that? That's all I'm asking.
Well, I just now named like the Limba people can attach themselves to Sinner, which is a one of the Levites of the that's written in the Bible. It's like I said, bro. Just like you
give me information, man. I'm more than happy to. I'm more than happy to read it, but I've yet to find it.
It's out there.
Can I jump in if I could? Matter of fact, this chain that I'm wearing right now, you know what I'm saying? If it kind of relates to what you're talking about, okay. But this chain right here I had made, right? And it's a symbol of Job in the Bible, because I feel like in this time I'm living the life of Job. I done lost everything. I done lost my place. You know, I done lost almost my family. I done lost some of my soldiers out here in these streets. You know, I done lost everything. You know what I'm saying? So this charm that I got on, I kind of like it represents Job in the Bible. So to say, is there anyone? I don't know how real my answer is towards that question, but I'm just speaking from my heart. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I live in a life today as Job. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what I feel. And the way this thing now, I actually got it, you know, kind of made from the symbol of Job, because that's my favorite book in the Bible, only because I feel I've lived that life. I lost it all. I'm still keeping the faith. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to do other things to change. You know what I'm saying? Whether anybody else can see it or not, can accept it or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm still giving that effort, you know what I'm saying, to not try to, well, actually, I used to be the type of person that would take my cookie, right, and put it in one jar, and one jar will work. Now I try to break that cookie up into pieces and put it in different jars knowing I'm multi-talented in different things. I'm not just limited at this or that, because something is going to work. You know what I'm saying? If I, you know what I mean? So I just, I want to say I'm kind of a representative of Joel in this page.
You know what? It's one thing that we can attach ourselves to, then versus actually being apart from. That's two separate things. And I can accept what you're saying, that you attach yourself to that story. And that's totally different from what my question was. And that's fine. Is in reference to if that works for you and you attach, because there's a lot of great stories in the book that that I love myself. It was just a question that, you know, when you talk about that novel, and you get real deep and defined in it, certain you can't cross too many paths with people in your feelings and how you feel about the Bible, God, Christ. You just can't touch it, because you'll start losing friends. You'll start losing even family members. You'll start losing business execs and stuff like that. So that's why I tread lightly when I even speak in reference to church folk and in reference to how I feel about the book. We're gonna touch this subject right here, and then we're gonna call it a day for the round taste hot topics at the round table. And it's, how do you feel about domestic violence? That's a broad question.
Yeah, it is. I think
My granddaddy always. My granddaddy always told me, if I got to put my hands on you, then I don't need you. Straight like that.
I the same thing, man. If I gotta put my hands on you, I don't need you. I really don't. And I think it's something that in our community, in the Black community, I think it's something we really need to fix or help do better at, because it's a lot of domestic violence that goes on in our community, man. A lot of women are in situations where they scared to leave, you know what I'm saying? A lot of, you know what I'm saying? So it's something that need to be assisted, you know what I'm saying?
Someone that was near and dear to me just found out this week that their niece was found dead. She was missing since October the 10th up in Wilkes County, Wilkesboro. They found her in the woods, wrapped in plastic, wrapped in a rug. She departed this earth, leaving a 4-year-old son. And the person who did it, they're still out looking for her, but they feel it was, just as we're speaking now, domestic violence. This is too serious, man. Do you have to, result into that measure? Do you? I mean, because you not only hurt that lady's life, you hurt her entire family's life, and then her little boy's life, and you've hurt your life by killing her.
Well, you also got to point out that there's men that's in a situation where they have women that's stabbing them and all this other stuff too. So it can go vice versa, man. But majority women suffer it, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, man, if you get with a dude that aggressively has rage or anger, man, you might want to back off from that dude. Those are signs, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? Something going on with him.
I'm gonna come back to this, but I'm gonna go back to this statement right here. It says the Lebanese people is derived from the Kennetes, and they said they would send information. I think people are missing my question. It's not what group of people can attach themselves to the group of people. I said character, one specific person. Who can say that they are a descendant of Luke, John, and so forth and so forth? That's what I'm asking. Not a group of people from that era. Yeah, that I know. That's why I said Larry comes from the generation of the Hills. Flo Nice, you come from your generation of who your people are. I come from the generation from the Thompsons.
Well,
that's what I'm stating. Who can on this earth say that they can attach themselves to the one character in that novel? Not the group, not the area.
Well, LB, man, can I say something about that though?
Floor is yours.
You have to look at why somebody can't be able to do that. And the reason would be if you look at the history in the Bible, that they went into captivity among different nationalities, and they wasn't able to keep track of lineage anymore because the Levites were the ones that kept lineage, right? When you don't have that group of people set up, just like your hospitals set up and write your birth certificate and tell you who your parents are, you lose track of your history. All you have is that you know you're from these people.
How do you lose track of the history, but you didn't lose track of the novel?
And
that don't make sense. That don't make sense.
Because you have a people that is taking your history book and they're replicating it. They're copying it.
Okay. There's a lot of characters in that Bible. Not one was my thing. I didn't say just Jesus. I didn't say just Luke. I didn't say all of the characters in that novel. Not one. Come on, man.
But like I said, bro, and if you read into the book and understand the passages, you'll understand why that is the reason.
I'm gonna say it to you again. There was more than 5 characters.
Yeah, you're right.
Coming up with an excuse that having to go into captivity is not a good answer.
Okay.
I'm not saying you did, because I've been told that too. I'm not saying that you coming up with it, but I've been taught and told that too.
Okay.
But not one.
Okay.
But all those names, all those characters were saved, but not one. And even the characters' name who stayed in Hebrew, those are still in there. Why come they don't have a descendant?
They do have descent. But let me ask you
direct that we can say, hey, you are a descendant of Joshua.
Okay, let me ask you this then, LB. What's your family last name?
I just told you, Thompson.
Is that your slave master last name, or that's your family's last name?
That's the farthest back I can go back.
All right,
and quite naturally, if you want to say black, yes, quite naturally, it's my slave master.
Exactly.
That's why I text myself too.
You see what I'm saying? So, why is that the case though? You can only go far as
for that novel to be as strong and large as it is. You already come on, Flo Nice, man. You better than this.
Bro, we'll get on that.
It's too large,
bro. We'll get on that another day, man.
And too well known for nobody. They can say, "Hey, that's my family right there." Come on now.
Okay. We'll get on that another time. Next question.
No, well, you don't run the show. I do. Go ahead, Larry.
Now, I got a legitimate reason. I got a legitimate reason why I answered it the way I answered. You know, I tried to read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Being, you know, where I'm from, that when you know, some Bibles it recites thou and use big words and stuff like that, I don't understand. So this is what I'm studying from. You see this? This is how I'm getting the understanding. I'm not y'all told me to be myself. I'm catching up. You see, right now y'all too deep for me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm trying to understand, but I'm studying from this, man. This is how I'm getting my understanding. This is how I'm teaching myself. So the books y'all reading might be a little bit too advanced for me right now. You know what I'm saying? If you could turn it down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just showing you, this is an example. Sometimes you got to turn that volume down for me to get a see, because that thou and that shall thou foul and them big word iron nights and weekend nights, and it was confusing me. I didn't have no understanding of it. So I had to break it down to the level of where I did, being that I'm a high school dropout and all. I had to get my understanding. So now I'm understanding who God is better until I'm able to build myself up into the level y'all are right now. But you see what I'm studying from?
I feel you, bro.
Larry, what you read from is fine, as long as it works for you.
Okay.
Because some people read out of Bibles that are so deep, man. I'm like you. Some of the words I don't understand. So if what you're reading out of helps you understand better, that's fine. And I don't have a problem with the Bible. All I did is laid out a question. And Larry, when you say your education level, brother, let me talk to you on that one.
Okay.
Your education level don't make you no less or no better than no man.
Nobody. Right.
No, none. There's a lot of successful men who've made businesses and made millions and millions of money who didn't finish school, man.
Mm-hmm.
I know a carpenter from Shelby area who built a lot of homes who only went to 6th grade, could read blueprints like it was nothing, and built, home after home after home after homes for different contractors.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about your education level, brother, don't do that to yourself.
Yeah.
Because there's some guys who went to college still don't have what you have.
Right. And bro, intelligence ain't measured by books anyway. You can measure intelligence by different means, man. It ain't always by books. You feel me?
Check this one out right here before we go to that question. How do you feel about Bible study, Larry, in reference to helping you understand more?
Yes, Larry.
Bible study, again, knowledge is gained by actual experience. I've been to Bible studies, you know what I'm saying, and I've been to some churches that, I've actually gained, some word, and it was some churches actually gained nothing. So it was like a hit and miss, you know what I'm saying? Only thing I love about Bible study is because Bible study opens up a door just like you're opening up one right now, LB. It gives you a chance to express and tell the truth about what's going on in the surroundings that you are, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of churches today don't really even accept me in churches because I stand up and tell the truth about real things, or, and they don't really, they ain't really, they say they're ready to accept it, but when you give it to them, instead of them appreciating the testimony that a brother or sister has brought forth, so the next younger person don't go through. Because right now, what I teach my only child, which my son, I love him to death, Barry Hill, little third, you know what I'm saying, I love him to death. But what I teach him is to be greater than me, be better than me. And it's something that you said earlier, LB, like, I live my life now to create a legacy so my son can finally have something good to say about his daddy. And that's what I go on now, man. So, but I like to say something that domestic violence, you know what I'm saying, pretty much coincides with what Flo said, man, because a good man can be turned bad if he goes through it with a woman that's been through it with a whole lot of bad men. Because me speaking from experience, I've dated a woman that's been dating nothing but woman beaters. So she felt the need to start putting her hands on me to try to turn me into one of them. So sometimes a good man is turned bad and put to that point. You know, I got a stab wound in my back right now because of a woman not accepting the fact that all men are not alike. You understand? So, I mean, if, just like Flo said, man, it's a stage, man. You know, first is going to start with the shoving. You know, first is going to start with the disrespect, not communicating, and then it's going to start with the straight disrespect. Now the next move is going to be the shoving, then the choking and all that. I understand love is love, and you know I've been through it too. You know, I mean, that goes back to what we was talking about earlier. I've invested a lot in a woman that was no good and lost it all, and she still was no good. So you know, to put in everything that you have, you know, women always painting pictures to make it look like we the ones that always do wrong, like they can't do no wrong. Man, there's some men out here that's been crushed and hurt too. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's some men out here now living as lives as dogs because they've been hurt. You know, somebody asked me a question earlier. They said, how can a woman over 40 date a 16 or a 17-year-old young dude and be tight as a cougar and then be all right, and she get paraded for it? But a 40-year-old man pulling a 21-year-old is called a pedophile, a molester, shut down. Just the same pain he she should go through too. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. You understand? So domestic violence, just like Flo said, man, it depends on the person. You know how far to go. You know, and sometimes I let it go to the full extent. I knew this woman wasn't shit, but I still tried to work it out. I still tried to do right. I still held my life still to try to make her life build. And come at the end of the day, she still ain't shit. Like we don't cry, like we don't hurt, like we don't go through pain. If we talk shit about a woman, we ain't shit. But if a woman talks shit about a man, it's a damn a parade, a walkathon. Like they can't do no wrong. And being that everybody's speaking on biblical, matter of fact, women is the one that started the deceitfulness.
You know, Larry, I think that's the misconception a lot of ladies have. They don't realize that we have feelings too. And like you said earlier when you was talking about crying, they don't realize that, you know, we shed tears just like anybody else do. And if a man say that he doesn't shed a tear over a relationship, he's a liar. We may hide it more so than they do, but I haven't been around a guy yet to this day, man, who haven't cried on my shoulder about their lady. I haven't been with one fellow, not one.
Well, you just now met one. I
said I haven't been around one.
I'm just messing with you, man.
But Flo Knight,
you met two. You got two
on the second end of the session. What I'm gonna do on that topic alone, man? How do you feel about the domestic violence? You know, when the woman, you know, is putting her hands on the man. I'm gonna let you end the session with your statement. Then I'm gonna close it out.
I mean, it's just the same as a man putting hands on a woman, man. That shit ain't right, man. You don't need to be putting your hands on a man. You know what I'm saying? Neither do a man need to be putting his hands on a woman, man. It's the same thing, man. And a lot of folks grow up in households like that thinking that shit is normal, man. That shit ain't normal, man. You know what I'm saying?
Anytime you have to put your hands on a person, that's when it's time for both of you guys to leave. There's no love in putting your hands on her, and there's no love no more when you put your hands on him. It's time to go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one thing that went back, it said, one of the questions was, can you repair or go back to where it was before the person cheated? I don't know if you can go back after you put your hands on someone. So why are you standing there? That's why I say it's time to go. Why are you standing there if you putting your hands on me and I'm putting my hands on you? We can't go back.
I mean, they have to look at what's the reason you feel like you got to do that. What is the reason? See, if you look at the reason, you need to fix what's inside of you that's causing you to do those things. You know, that just like with the woman, why are you trying to think that you can put your hands on a man? You know what I'm saying? See, that woman don't seen that or something don't, you know what I'm saying? Something don't transpire. So she got to fix herself before she start trying to get in a relationship with anybody, you know, because that's going to spill over. She going to mess around and kill somebody, or somebody going to kill her. Same thing with the man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Guys, I really enjoyed you coming to the round table. Larry, you as the co-host, brother, you did a phenomenal job. I can't wait till the next hot topic session comes along. Until next time, everyone's out there watching Urban Voice Media Roundtable session. Stay tuned for the new sessions that do come about. Also, tune into the I Do Karaoke's. We're looking for more people to attend the I Do Karaoke's to actually perform there. And right now it's getting kind of hard in finding people who's willing to stand up. That was one thing we talked about earlier in the roundtable session is people stop being scared to just being you. So if you do karaoke and you would like to perform on the I Do Karaoke at the Urban Voice Media, contact me or Jesse James, and we've been more than happy to send you the information you need so that you can be a part of that show as well. Until the next time, we love you. We appreciate you for viewing us, supporting us, and being there for Urban Voice Media Roundtable session. We out.
Yeah, tell me why.